Welcome, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna. Been doing this since 2007, and I just want to welcome everyone. The weeks go by pretty fast, and so does the months. I mean, it's already closing in on almost the last week of November, a November to remember. It's a little, we're a little over halfway through the month, and we're back to having the normal seasonable cold weather that I love. The winds of November came early, and then we had a warm spell, and now they're back, the winds of November. So thank you for joining all you viewers that are watching now from Twitch and YouTube, and subsequent viewers that will come on the show later on. I welcome all. And if you hear any strange noises, I will have to make an adjustment. There are imbeciles living in this apartment building next door, and sometimes it sounds like feeding time at the zoo for the monkeys. I'm not talking about the old 60s rock band, or should I say pop band. So let me have before I get on to the subjects, let me have a sip of my chai tea. I hit the spot. Okay, let's see. What am I going to tackle first? All right, let me do this. And let me bring up the screen here. Okay, here we go. Get rid of the annoying ad. Morgan Stanley fined for putting customer personal data at risk in computer purge. All right, Morgan Stanley will pay a $6.5 million fine to 6 states after a probe found the financial services company compromised the personal data of millions of customers. You know, what else is new with corporate America? The settlement comes several years after Morgan Stanley notified the states about 2 data security incidents. No one should have their personal information auctioned off. Yeah, tell that to Mark Zuckerberg. Without their knowledge, because a company failed to take basic steps to erase it before selling their old computers. What imbeciles. Unbelievable, said New York Attorney General Letitia James. She is my hero, not for going after former Governor Andrew Cuomo, but for going after Donald Trump. Morgan Stanley agreed to pay a fine of, here we go, repeating the same shit. Pay a fine of $6.5 million to a coalition of 6 states for compromising the personal data of millions of customers. I hate redundancy. While decommissioning computers at the financial services giant, New York's Attorney General said Thursday. Morgan Stanley, as part of the settlement, agreed to adopt provisions that better protects the personal information of its consumers going forward. New York Attorney General Letitia James' office said. How many times they got to tell me this? The settlement comes more than 3 years after Morgan Stanley notified the state's attorneys general of 2 incidents involving data security. In the first incident involving the closure of 2 company data centers in 2016, Morgan Stanley contracted with a vendor to remove data from the computers that were set to be decommissioned, but later learned that the vendor subcontracted certain services to an unauthorized provider according to the agreement. Shame, shame, shame on you, Morgan Stanley. You are the first inductee for this week into the Progressive Discussions Chiseler's Hall of Shame. All right. Ooh. This is interesting. All right, here we go. Free Israel. Again with the Free Israel. Goodbye. You're out of here. You keep on repeating the same thing. You mean free the Palestinians from being slaughtered. Goodbye. Get the fuck out of here. to the next. That troll, or whatever you want to call him, he posted the same, he or she or it posted the same thing last Saturday. An entire state's population just had its data stolen by a ransomware group. Oh, here we go. Let me make sure this is up and running. All right. It's not every day that roughly the entire population of a U.S. state gets their data stolen by online thieves. Well, the online thieves are getting more sophisticated by the year, and they're becoming bigger scumbags by the year. But according to the state of Maine, that's what happened this year. Well, it's a good thing they didn't hit a state with a high population. Oh boy. How do I get rid of this? You see what they're doing? They're shoving ads in front of my face that you can't eliminate, you can't X out. In a new notice posted on Maine's official state government website, 1.3 million residents have had their data stolen due to a vulnerability in a tool used by the state. The breach was first discovered. Here, more intrusive ads. The breach was first discovered on May 31st of this year. It is believed that a notorious ransomware group is behind the attack. Again, 1.3 million individuals are affected in this data breach. Maine has over 1.3 million residents, according to the 2022 U.S. Census. That makes a lot of sense. According to the notice, the data breach occurred between May 28th and May 29th of this year. Cyber criminals took advantage of a software vulnerability in a third-party file transfer tool known as MoveIt. The state says that this tool is used by thousands of entities worldwide to send and receive data. That's why I'm very leery about utilizing like file transfer. I much rather attach it to an email. During that period, an exploit in the tool was weaponized by a cyber criminal group, which was able to download swaths of data from multiple state government agencies. Just how much data was scooped up in this breach is a major cause for concern. It appears that these cyber criminals have access to many Maine residents, as in the state of Maine, sensitive personal data. Exactly how each individual is affected is dependent on that person and their association with the state. For example, if a specific person has provided certain data as part of a specific program connected to an agency, that data has potentially been breached. Maine has confirmed that some points of data that the cyber criminals could potentially have on an individual includes their name, social security number, date of birth, driver's license, or state ID number, and taxpayer ID number. Wow. Medical information as well as health insurance information may also have been affected. This is not good at all. This is horrible. Officials in Maine dealt with the issue by shutting off access to MoveIt. Reminds me of that song from the 90s. You got to move it, move it. got to move it. As soon as the breach was discovered, however, significant amounts of data had already been accessed. It's unclear exactly who was behind the breach, although it is believed to be a cyber criminal group known as CLOP. However, as of today, that data has still yet to be released by the ransomware group. Now, this is really bad. The state says that individuals should reach out to the state for more information as to how they've potentially been affected. Maine has set up a website with details for residents, and then it says here, click here. That's really bad. I mean, this is your life, man. Your personal, all of the personal information of the residents of the state of Maine have been stolen. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. It's almost like the criminals are taking over the world. What should I do next? We go here. Okay. Now we have a second. We have a second inductee into our Chiseler's Hall of Shame. Hold on. Let me just bring this up. I can't get over that these idiots are onto my show and other people's shows, like my good friend Ronald J. Theriot of Southeastern Louisiana. They go on his show to try to push buttons. Yeah, free Israel. Yeah. Okay. You know, I might as well play the video. Okay. Carnival Cruise Line slaps Texas mom. I don't even know if this is. Well, we'll see. We'll see if this is an applicable video. Carnival Cruise Line slaps Texas mom with lifetime ban after she brought CBD sleep tight gummies on ship. Gummies. Don't you need a prescription for gummies? CBD, THC, or both?
Years of giving hope, comfort, and love to children and families who need it in their most trying times. Making sure children, like me, get to fight cancer with the weight of the whole community behind them. Help us make it another 40 years. With your donations, families will have food on the table, lights and heat on, and emotional support when they need it. Visit emmanuelcancer.org to make your donation today.
At 5, a cruise line bans a woman for life after an incident at the port in Miami.
Yeah, she tried to take CBD gummies on board and learned a tough lesson about cruising rules. Fox 35's Chris Lindsay spoke with her today, and he's joining us live right now. So, Chris, she has a warning for anyone sailing the high seas.
That's right. When you're packing for a trip, it's usually easy to remember not to pack anything illegal. In this case, this woman thought she had done just that. She still ended up in some trouble.
I don't deserve something like that to be recorded on my name.
Erin Van Veldhuizen was headed on a cruise with her family. When terminal workers looked inside her bag, they found CBD gummies. She says they had no THC at all, and she brought them to help her sleep.
And I'm thinking at this point she's just going to destroy it or something. I'm just going to watch her destroy it. I haven't really thought anything of it too much.
Instead,
then the captain finally came down, and the man said, Based on the weight of your gummies, you won't be able to board.
They also banned her from taking any Carnival cruises moving forward. Cruise expert Stuart Sharon says the incident highlights why it's important to always check the cruise line's website before you pack.
The point is they do have certain items that are not allowed on board the ships, and people need to adhere to those rules in order to keep themselves and everybody else as safe. And look, the idea is you're going on vacation, have fun.
He says just because a substance is legal at point A, that doesn't mean you can legally bring it to point B. Aaron's lawyer doesn't think the gummies were prohibited.
The conditions of carriage specifically say that marijuana derivatives, or controlled substances are illegal and or are not allowed on the ship. What she had was none of those things.
I reached out to Carnival for comment, and they haven't responded just yet. And live in the studio, Chris Lindsay, Fox 35 News.
Thanks, Chris.
Well,
Find the connection you're looking for this winter during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
they're overreacting. Big deal. She brought gummies aboard. 42-year-old mom of two. Okay, Melinda Van Veldhuizen. Okay, she says she was treated like a criminal by cruise employees and police when they found a bag of the CBD Sleep Tight gummies while searching her backpack at Port Miami over the summer, Miami's ABC News affiliate. Okay. The Dallas-based nurse practitioner, which means she can prescribe pharmaceuticals to patients, told the news station she packed the gummies to help her get some sleep on the August trip she had planned to take with her family to celebrate both her 21st wedding anniversary with her husband and her son's senior year of high school. Anyway, Van Veldhuizen was taken into a separate area after the cruise staffer found the CBD gummies in her bag. She was then interrogated by a Carnival security and police for 2.5 hours. You know, I wonder if this has something to do with, being that they mentioned the police, I wonder if this has something to do with, or a lot to do with, the fact that it's the state of Florida. And the right-wing extremist governor, the asshole piece of shit, all right, Ron DeSantis, refuses to legalize marijuana. I believe even medical marijuana is not legal. And of course, recreational marijuana is not legal. They're only gummies to help her sleep. They're not going to cause someone to walk off the, to jump over the edge of the cruise ship into the ocean. It's ridiculous. These right-wing evangelical religious freak zealots. It reminds me of prohibition all over again. I bet that's what it has, what the relation was, that it was the state of Florida. I have a hunch. When I have a hunch, usually my intuitions are very accurate. Buzzing along. Let me see if we have any. Oh, there we go. Mr. Geordie. Mr. Geordie from Scotland, our good friend from Scotland. Now, I have to go through these serious topics, but I would say in a half hour, I'll start sending out the link. But I at the beginning, I go through serious topics. That's the content of the show. But I will not forget. Do me one favor, James. Play this song once, please. Well, I'll play it when I'm done, and I bring you aboard the pirate ship, and you just send me the link to the song on Facebook Messenger. All right, Jordy? Don't worry, I won't forget. Tommy Carroll, good evening, sir. Cheers, JPM. Hope you had a mellow week. Actually, I did have a mellow week. As mellow as Jello. Thank you, good fellow. I donate if you play it. Where's the link? Oh no, hold on. I gotta get through my serious topics. The show's really not a hangout show. Only if no one has anything serious to bring up. Then we sort of, loosen our belt, loosen our pants, kick our shoes off and relax. Then it's fun time. But it'll come. So just hang tight. I won't forget. But I will play the song. Don't worry. All right. Let me go on to the next. Quack, 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 quack. Let's see what we got here. All right. You don't know everything. Israeli intelligence operative begs forgiveness for hacking environmentalists on Exxon's trail. Here comes all the ads. Look, this is funny. Was that a cardboard cutout of Joe Biden holding an Exxon sign? Unbelievable. Climate activists stage a protest against fossil fuels and oil companies. Good. Including ExxonMobil Corp, British Petroleum PLC, in Place de la République on the sidelines of the Global Climate Summit in Paris, France, on Friday, June 23rd, 2023. Two environmentalists told a federal judge Thursday that the public was the real victim of a global computer hacking campaign that targeted those fighting big oil companies to get the truth out about global warming. Well, of course, the guy was Israeli because, Benjamin Netanyahu is a right-wing extremist fascist. So, of course, he's going to be pro big oil and pro greedy capitalism, crony capitalism. They can't bullshit me. A climate scientist and the director of a fund that creates initiatives to address climate change spoke at the sentencing of an Israeli man who prosecutors said enabled the hacking of thousands of individuals and entities worldwide. Aviram Azari, 52 years old, of Kiryat Yam, I am what I am, Israel, was sentenced to 6 years and 8 months. 8 months, they couldn't round it off to 7 years in prison for his role in a global computer hacking network that authorities say targeted environmentalists, companies, and individuals. I was the target, but the public at large was the intended victim, said Peter Frumhoff, Director of Science and Policy and Chief Scientist at the Union of Concerned Scientists in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is our job to tell the world the truth about a world on fire and who lit the flame, said Lee Wasserman, Director of the Rockefeller Family Fund. And it goes on and on and on. Yeah, it was a complete hacking. And of course he was apologizing to the victims. All guilty people that are caught with their hand in a cookie jar are become humble all of a sudden and show remorse because they know that justice will be served. They all apologize. But if they don't get caught, they keep on doing what they do. I can go on and on, but I don't want to, I like to get to the gist of the story instead of putting people to sleep with too many details. Too many details. It's interesting. Yeah, send it on. Yeah, Jordy, send it on Facebook Messenger. And then when you come on later, we'll listen to it and watch it and watch it and listen to it. Chai tea with organic grass-fed whole milk powder, just like they drink it in Thailand. Thailand and India, actually. Tommy Carroll says, Confucius say, Tommy Carroll, JPM, is there any truth that you're personal friends with Snooki and a guy called The Situation? No, I don't know either of the two, but I do have I do have two very close friends that are in the security business that did security on a yacht to look after Snooki. And one of my friends shouted at her and says, what did he say? I want head from Snooki. And she pulled his pants down and proceeded to polish the knob. This is a very true story. But I don't personally know these people. The situation. Okay. A giant fusion reactor in the sky. Elon Musk told Joe Rogan that you can power the entire United States with 100 by 100 miles of solar, and it's not hard. 3 stocks to bet on that sunny outlook. Due to the complex interplay between environmental concerns, economic interests, and geopolitical dynamics, energy is a highly contentious topic. But according to, it's highly contentious because there are too many political corporate whores that are getting paid off, most likely from big oil. You think they want alternative natural, non-toxic means of producing electricity. But according to Tesla's Elon Musk, CEO Elon Musk, there's a great energy source that can fulfill all of our needs right above us, the sun. And did you know, speaking of his comment, look at all the miles of flat desert, I mean, with no shade, no homes, just no man's land that is in the state of Nevada and the Mojave Desert in south, yeah, I guess you would call it southeastern California. Flat land. It's pure sunshine. You can have not only solar panels, but the Germans invented this new solar tower, which doesn't take up nearly as much space as solar panels. And then also a tiny fraction of the Sahara Desert that if they dedicated it to solar energy, I mean, I saw how small of a piece of the Sahara Desert would be required. You can supply electricity for most of the planet. Yeah, seriously. But because of greed, crony capitalism, they put the kibosh on that idea. But it'll come. It'll come when everyone is convinced that the planet Earth is dying and it's in trouble. Okay, you could actually power the entire United States with 100 miles by 100 miles of solar, Musk said during a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. All right. It sounds like positive news to me. I always knew that clean energy is doable. More doable than you think. Don't believe the liars for hire in Washington that tell you it won't work. Don't believe it. It can work very well. The little Trumpy here, a little Trumpenstein. Oh, wait a minute. Little Trumpenstein. Hold on. Let me do the screen share. Little screen share. The situation, Snooki. I like the South Park's episode of the Jersey Shore. I found that very amusing. They were mocking people from New Jersey. They did a good job of it. Okay. There's Trumpenstein. Wait a minute. No, I gotta get the sound. Going. What the hell gives over here? Oh.
Engaged in insurrection based on his role in January 6th. And he added, we will be filing an appeal to the Colorado Supreme Court shortly. Today was not the appeal. The late Friday, moments ago, the plaintiffs, in the effort to keep Donald Trump off the ballot in Colorado, says they...
Shut up, you loudmouth broad. Let me start from the beginning.
They will appeal the...
They're not even giving me the... I mean, it's playing automatically. Oh, bitch.
The plaintiffs, in the effort to keep Donald Trump off the ballot in Colorado, says they will appeal the late Friday verdict. The president of Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington releasing a statement just a short time ago saying the court's decision affirms what our clients alleged in this lawsuit, that Donald Trump engaged in insurrection based on his role in January 6th. And he added, we will be filing an appeal to the Colorado Supreme Court shortly. Today was not the end of this effort, but another step along the way. In court documents released on Friday, District Judge Sarah Wallace said the wording of Section 3 of the 14th Amendment does not apply specifically to the office of President of the United States.
Okay. So that's it. Colorado feels that no matter how much of a lying crook Donald Trump is, or a traitor, that if he has enough votes, he can be on the ballot. All right, it's not over yet. It's early. People are really jumping far ahead, and it's early in the campaign. It's very early in the campaign. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, this is amusing because it has to do with Donald Trump's commentary, things that come out of his mouth and flow through his brain. Okay, we're winding down to the end. Okay. Trump claims judge in fraud trial is complete and total puppet of New York's Attorney General. Former President Trump claimed Saturday that the judge in his New York civil fraud trial is a complete and total puppet of New York Attorney General Letitia James. Judge Arthur Engoron, the most overturned and stayed judge in the state, and the racist New York State. This is Donald Trump, and the racist New York State Attorney General, the most corrupt and incompetent Attorney General in the country. Violent crime is raging, have fraudulently undervalued my properties by many times in order to make me look bad, and make the judge's original ridiculous findings of fraud pass the smell test, which it does not, Trump said on Truth Social. Trump's newest attack comes after the temporary lifting of a limited gag order by an appellate judge that prevented the former president and his attorneys from talking about Engoron's staff. His comments also follow a denial of a motion for mistrial in the case, pushing back against a claim by Trump that the trial judge and his principal law clerks' alleged bias against him had tainted the case. This judicial and prosecutorial corruption and misconduct took place before the trial even started and without any knowledge of the case. The former president continued Saturday. Judge Engoron just did what a highly partisan attorney general told him to do. He is her complete and total puppet. Her New York representative, Elise Stefanik, Republican, a staunch Trump supporter, added onto her original ethics complaint against Engoron on Friday, claiming the judge wrongfully denied Trump's mistrial motion. Oh, man. Following the gag order lift, Trump immediately took to Truth Social to blast Engoron and his law clerk. Judge Arthur Engoron has just been stayed by the New York State Appellate Division Appeals Court for the fourth time on the same case, Trump posted Thursday. His ridiculous and unconstitutional gag order, not allowing me to defend myself against him and his politically biased and out of control Trump-hating clerk who is sinking him and his court to new levels of low. This is a disgrace, he added. Okay, a little more. Despite the pushback, Engoron has already ruled the former president and his business are liable for fraud. Letitia James, in her case, alleged that the Trump organization sought lower taxes and better insurance coverage by falsely inflating and deflating the value of its assets. The Attorney General's office is seeking some $250 million in financial penalties and to bar Trump and his children from operating businesses in New York. Good for her. Good for her. Poor little Trumpenstein monster. You think he should ask either the shaman or the My Pillow guy to be his vice presidential running mate? Let me just catch up on commentary. Western Mike in San Francisco, California. How are you? So are you tonight, sir? Howdy doody. How's tricks? Nutritionist. Nice job on the plantains. Thank you. Michael and I share culinary videos and commentary, culinary tips and advice back and forth, especially on juicing. We've been talking a lot about juicing. Tommy Carroll says, JPM, booty juice promises to bike a block and a half after he gets out of the Tahoe. Huh? After he gets out of the Tahoe? What do you mean Tahoe? Lake Tahoe? Nevada? Booty juice, booty jig, booty juice. So he promises to ride a bicycle for a block and a half. That's not impressive. That doesn't impress me. The former president is allowed on the ballot in Colorado, even though he will likely lose there anyway in 2024 anyway. Yeah, because Colorado's just like Oregon and Washington, California, and the northeastern United States. They're very progressive. They're very progressive, you know. You're right, Western Mike. Western Mike, hey Jordy, Tommy, host and chat. What's up? What's up? All right, let me get this last one. This is the last one, and it's a video. Hopefully it's not long. I don't think it is.
What do you have to say, Colonel, about all the emotions out there on both sides? People wanting retribution for the civilians killed. I know you've talked about the notion of collective punishment and how that can breed new. So what should people know?
Gosh, what should people know? We could go back over the history, and there's plenty of blame on each side for the current tragedy. But if you go back to the Camp David Accords, which some of your viewers will remember, there was a discussion between Menachem Begin, who at the time was the prime minister in Israel, and President Sadat of Egypt. And Menachem Begin actually offered control of Gaza to Egypt. He said, "You're Muslim Arabs. Why don't you take control of it? We don't want it. It's a tinderbox. In other words, it's a catalyst for conflict." And President Sadat said, "Not on your life. We don't want Gaza." Now, why would he say that? For two reasons. Number one, his own society was fragile, let's be frank. And he was not comfortable with suddenly admitting a couple of million more people who might come in and destabilize his own population. That's not unusual in the Arab world. You could find the same attitude in Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, Jordan, and so forth. But then there's another dimension to this that needs to be understood. If, in fact, he had taken the Muslim Arabs off Menachem Begin's hands during the Camp David Accords, that would have weakened the argument for a Palestinian state. And it has been in the interest of the Arabs in the region to keep this dream of a Palestinian state alive, because it's a way in order to contain Israel, to weaken Israel, and to suppress Israel as a major power in the region. So that's what you have to have in the background. Now, in the meantime, living in Gaza has been no picnic. It is being referred to as the largest open-air prison or concentration camp in the world. That's a pretty grim description, but it's not entirely wrong. The other thing that people don't understand is there are many Arab Christians also living in Gaza, Orthodox and Roman Catholic for the most part. They too have become targets, and many of them have also been killed, and they certainly are not seen as Hamas terrorists. But Israel is not in a position at this point to conduct what we would call discretionary warfare. They're determined to root out and destroy Hamas, and if the population doesn't get out of the way, then they're going to die right along with Hamas. So that brings us back to where we were. We are not doing anything to stop this. Mr. Netanyahu has more control over his destiny and ours than we do. This has never been true in the past. In the past, the president of the United States was always the more powerful of the two figures. Today, given the influence that Israel has gained over many years on the Hill and inside American politics, they now hold the trump cards, not the president. So I don't expect anything to change until Mr. Netanyahu decides he's finished. That opens the door to the regional war that we're discussing.
America certainly isn't that superpower that it was once so known for. And I actually want to turn a little bit to our global economic status. I want to read to you one of my favorite quotes from John Quincy Adams. "Wherever the standard of freedom and independence has been or shall be unfurled, there will her heart, her benedictions, and her prayers be, but she goes not abroad in search of monsters to destroy." Now, I believe that great nations are really built on strong economies, but they can destroy themselves pursuing this seduction of a foreign empire. And I think that's what's happened with the US. Our economy and prosperity once represented this powerful idea of the American dream. We were the beacon of hope around the world. That was really our strength and our national security. So can you share how our economic demise has contributed to what's happening in the world?
Let's keep in mind that George Washington and Alexander Hamilton both said that America's mission in the world was to be its engine of economic prosperity. They thought that if you built up our economy and demonstrated how successful we were, that others would want to emulate us. We threw that away during the Second World War, and in the 50, 60, 70 years since the Second World War, we effectively became an imperial state after World War II. Now, we could spend a lot of time explaining why. Much of that had to do with the terrible destruction during the Second World War that left essentially the Soviet Union as the principal winner of the war in terms of territory and power and influence. We then had to fill the vacuum for Japan and Germany. And this ballooned over many decades into a global presence with 800 bases and so forth. When you look at our economy, at the same time as we were growing in imperial terms, we were hollowing out our economy. We were shipping our manufacturing base overseas. When I say we, I'm talking about the ruling elites who saw money to be made, frankly, by shipping it over to countries like China with cheap labor. The interesting part is that now China's in a lot of trouble economically. And in part, that's because cheap labor doesn't exist in China anymore. And some of the manufacturing corporations and bases have moved from China into other parts of Southeast Asia. Now, as far as we're concerned, we've also destroyed our energy sector. And if you look at our trump cards in economic terms, number one was always the energy sector, our ability to extract, refine, outperform everyone in the energy sector. Secondly, I would argue agriculturally, we have a very productive agrarian sector, and I think we've let that down quite a bit. And then finally, high-tech manufacturing. All of that was once again stupidly exported elsewhere, so that now it sits in Taiwan, for instance, as opposed to sitting in the United States. Those things have to be reversed, and that was part of what Donald Trump wanted to do. This particular administration has followed the opposite path and actually doubled down on those bad decisions and reversed things, made things actually worse. Let's look at the war, though, and its potential impact. Let's worst case it. If Iran is dragged into this war, and I think it could happen, and I can't predict how or where or what, but we have sent a lot of naval power over to the Persian Gulf and the Indian Ocean. That's an opportunity. Then you have the naval power in the Mediterranean. If they are dragged into the war, I think you can say with absolute certainty that the Straits of Hormuz will be shut down. Then you have to consider the possibility that if Egypt finally throws in its lot or casts its lot with the rest of the Arab states against Israel, thus far it has not done that. It has condemned Israel, but it has worked very hard to avoid being dragged into war, especially if the Turks come in, because I think the Egyptians would come in if they received guarantees from the Turks. Then you lose the Suez Canal. We haven't even talked about the other oil pipelines coming through Azerbaijan and down through Turkey and into Israel, or the offshore drilling in the Mediterranean and exports from Libya and Egypt. That's catastrophic. Then you're looking at $200 a barrel of oil, which is far worse, and everybody's anticipating perhaps $100 a barrel now. If those things happen, it's $200 a barrel. And then all bets are off. Just pick your scenario, whatever you want to find. Now, this is also why I have invested in digital currency, but we don't need to go into that right now. But the bottom line is that's worst casing it, but it's not impossible, which is, again, anyone who is sober-minded and looks at the global situation doesn't want this war. I would tell you the Chinese absolutely don't want it. They're almost entirely dependent on food, and a large part of their energy coming from Africa and the Middle East. How do they get it there? They've got to move it by sea. If there's a major war in the area and the U.S. Navy is involved, it's going to be very hard to get that through to China. So then China sits on the sidelines and says, we've got to have a negotiated settlement, gets into arguments with the Israelis over what they're doing. There was a huge argument very recently within the last few hours in the United Nations and the public arena saying, look, there are rules in war. You are not following any of them. You've disregarded all the rules that we have tried to adhere to. Let's be honest, war is war, and rules don't count for much once you get into an existential fight. And for the Israelis, it's an existential fight. But making it an existential fight for them tends to make the fight elsewhere for the Arabs, Turks, and Iranians also existential. And that's the problem.
You know, we're seeing so many cracks around the edges, what you talked about with the price of oil, how that could be impacted. America has enjoyed such a privilege being the global reserve currency, essentially being able to print oil with the petrodollar, but that's changing. And you recently made a series of very unprecedented predictions. You've said that Biden may not complete his term, but you also said that you think that we will wake up one day very soon and have a bank holiday where we won't be able to access any of our accounts. And you mentioned digital currency. So I want you to expand a little bit on that forecast of yours, because knowing that you are an advocate for Bitcoin, for this freedom technology, could that be an escape hatch?
Yes. Particularly if it turns out that our fiat currency at some point is called into question. Again, we can come up with many scenarios, but you've got Lynn Alden Alistair MacLeod, a host of others who are far better informed than I am, are talking about the fragility of our banking system. And we continue to see problems. If you look at the top 10 banks in the United States that are critically weak, they include some of the largest banks in the world. If any of those, for any reason, run into a critical situation, the world economy is in serious trouble. We even had Jamie Dimon has talked about the fragility of the system and the dangers that are lurking out there. I can't predict when, how, or what. All I can do is look at triggers. And my point is, Ukraine was bad, but effectively, everybody lied to everyone else in the West and said that was going to be a big success. That's a total failure. That's vanishing from the screen right now. We're pouring money into it to maintain the facade that the Ukrainian state is viable and not a total failure. That's for political cover in Washington and Western capitals. But the war there is effectively over. The Russians are advancing. They will determine Ukraine's future, not us. And it's certainly not going to be in NATO or the EU, I rather suspect. So now we've shifted the Middle East, a totally different arena, but I would argue the stakes there are even higher. And the consequences for the global economy are far more grave. The trigger is, quite frankly, if Iran and or the Turks become involved. And I think the longer this lasts, the more likely that is. Every conceivable scenario that crashes the global economy, and particularly our economy in the West, is very likely. The BRICS will probably survive this more easily. Russia is flourishing at this point. And in fact, in many respects, it would be in its interest to dump fiat currency entirely and go to the gold standard. We'll see what they do. We still have Chinese that are shedding treasuries, U.S. treasuries, but they haven't gone to the fire sale and essentially dumped everything. If we get a fire sale overseas from Saudi Arabia and China regarding U.S. treasuries, I think we're in a lot of trouble.
What is this bank holiday that you mentioned? Like, how would that actually play out?
I think you're referring to something where I said the banks could close for a couple of weeks, or are you talking about the debt holiday I discussed?
We could go into both. I thought that you mentioned that you thought that one day people wouldn't be able to access their accounts. And that is that censorship, that financial censorship we have seen in other countries, including Western countries like Canada, obviously Cyprus and others. People literally can't access their own money that they think is in the bank. Can you touch on that?
Remember, during the Depression, we shut down the nation's banks for 2 weeks because the runs on the banks threatened to destroy the whole system. I think we could see something similar. Just as we shut down trading on Wall Street, we can push a button and simply halt all trading to prevent another total crash. I think you could see something similar happen in the banking system. Again, what's the trigger for it? I can't predict when the black swan will take flight, to put it bluntly. But I think James Ricards and others have all mentioned these kinds of things. Now, when it comes to debt holiday, this is something that I think deserved some time ago a lot of attention and never got it. In the Middle Ages and during the Renaissance, when everyone was burdened with debt that they could not possibly retire under any circumstances, the king emperor, the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, or the king of the Polish-Lithuanian Congress could simply say, debt holiday, all debts are forgiven. In other words, the clock goes to zero, we start over. The bankers are utterly opposed to that because it would ruin them. They would go out of business. And that brings us to digital currency. When it becomes clear that the banks are not solvent, when it becomes clear that we have debt that is so large that it cannot be retired, then you begin to question how much is your cash worth. Now, initially, I think we're going to see the dollar very strong, which is obviously not too good for our economy. It will go on that way, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, maybe longer, and then suddenly I think it'll tank. Again, these are prognostications based on previous history. If that happens, and I think it could, digital currency becomes an option, a better option as a store of wealth. Again, the banks hate this, want nothing to do with it, but they may not have much control. The whole central banking system has reached a point where it is corrupted by borrowing and toxic debt and off balance sheet debt. It's a mess. I wouldn't want to be in the Federal Reserve or on its board for anything in the world right now.
Okay. And that pretty much wraps it up for the first segment. Hold on, please. For the first segment of Progressive Discussions. The deep topics are over. Now we go to the part of our show which involves open topic talk. Open topic red pill talk. Let's see. Let me catch up on commentary. JPM, I hope you had time to repair your musical instrument, maybe a new diaphragm. I have several new diaphragms. I forgot to replace it, but I will. The airflow wasn't happening. That's why I started coughing. You know, the diaphragm vibrates as the airflow goes in and out. And maybe it's perforated, but you know, those things wear out. I have to double check before I add a new diaphragm. Maybe, see, the part that holds the diaphragm on the metal kazoo, metallic kazoo, is it's screwed on. That's how you put the new diaphragm in, and you unscrew it. So, yeah, diaphragm. You're thinking of the contraceptive device? that that thing is the size of a dime or a nickel, between a dime and a nickel. Can you imagine a woman being that small using that diaphragm? Colonel McGregor is very good on all these topics. Very good video to choose, James. Thank you, Ronnie S. Ronnie S. Originally from Long Island, now living in Clearwater, Florida. I posted the link. I sent the link out to my panelists. Oh, I forgot. I just want to. I just need to do one more thing. JPM, do you think Joe Biden is mentally or physically fit to run for another term? No. Do I think Kamala Harris, a healthy Kamala Harris, qualifies to be the leader of the free world and to run the United States? Absolutely not. I think the Democratic Party should draft Newsom, California Governor Newsom. I think he will be an excellent choice. Okay, while I wait for my panelists, I'm going to bring up, I promised Mr. Jordy, I promised him I was going to play this song. Well, how many did he? No, I can only play one. He sent me a bunch of duplicates. It's called Motives Project, Ulterior Motives, FI 84 Artificial Intelligence version. Oh, it's the same. They're duplicates. Okay. Well, I will wait. I will wait for mass majority and see if he got the link. Jordy, I sent you the link. I sent you the link on Messenger. I sent one to Mr. Ronnie S. I sent one to Western Mike. What's going on here, man? I just want to make sure. Okay. So it's open topic talk. Open topic red pill talk. We are streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So if there's anyone on YouTube or Twitch, any newcomers, any people from my TikTok account, if there's any subject, any topic you want to discuss, any question you want to ask, anything that's bothering you, anything that you need to get off your chest, well, now is the time to vent. Open topic talk has begun. It could be serious, it could be a big topic, it could be a little topic, it could be something personal that happened to you, that it happens to other people, you know. And we can do a little online group therapy session here. We're good at giving advice, right, Ronnie S? Tommy Carroll, and oh, you know who's missing? I hope he's all right, Mr. Bart Robinson. I hope he's all right. And another gentleman that that listens to the show and watches it. Hold on. There's another one that views us. It's from Tommy Carroll. JPM, we're coming up with the Kennedy assassination anniversary again. You think Oswald acted alone? No, I do not. And I watched many documentaries on the subject. Nope. Kennedy was going to blow the whistle on the forces of evil. Expose everything that the American people don't know about. Of course, the American people, you know, government feels we don't have the right to know, even though we pay their salaries. It's funny how that works, right? Anyway, I enjoyed being on Paul Anthony Mantia's radio show last night. We had a real deep discussion after he was playing his music. There he is, Mr. Ronnie. Yes, how are you, sir?
Hey, James.
How you doing, man? Tommy Carroll asked me, because of the Kennedy assassination anniversary coming up, do you think Oswald acted alone? I said no.
Yeah, probably not. He might not have acted at all, right? Good chance that Oswald was framed.
Yeah. Hey, he was framed. It's possible he was framed. It's possible that the man who died of the explosion in Adolf Hitler's bunker was like a double, a lookalike. Wasn't Hitler at all. Anything's possible.
I haven't looked too much into that.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a good video you played with McGregor.
Oh yeah, that McGregor, man, he was like right on target with a lot of.
Yeah, he's
Hear what he
good
said?
on a lot of topics.
You
Did
hear
you
what
know he was late in the Trump administration? He was appointed as the top advisor to the Secretary of Defense.
Really?
He was only there for like 3 months because Trump appointed him like after he already lost the election. But he was there for about 3 months, and it was stupid. Trump should have put him in there like 3 years before. Yeah, he's great though. I follow him on YouTube somewhat.
I mean, yeah, he's. I haven't really heard anybody being so on target as him.
He's got a lot of experience. Real, you know, he's been in the government.
He's talking about the economy, the U.S. currency.
Yeah, now the Bitcoin stuff I don't agree with, but that's his view.
Yeah, well, that's the same as cryptocurrency, right? Bitcoin.
Yeah. But
Now,
he is correct about the dollar going down, and
yeah. Well,
the world reserve currency status is definitely in jeopardy. It's really good stuff.
He mentions Russia possibly going to the gold standard, and I know many countries don't want to deal with the U.S. dollar anymore.
Yeah, because they're bullies. Why would you want to deal with bullies?
It's like monopoly money. And then he mentioned if China and all these countries started unloading U.S. Treasury bonds at once, like if they all wanted to dump them completely, that would be like disastrous.
I don't understand all the tough talk on China when the U.S. is completely in debt to China. Why do you want to fuck with them?
Well, the U.S.
is the biggest trading partner, you know, obviously.
But they're the ones that set mainland China up for industry and for business. They're the ones that set them up and taught them and outsourced all those jobs. And if it wasn't for the United States, I don't know if they would be the economic giant that they are today. You know, I mean, and then the world.
I mean, the U.S. is in debt. The U.S. government is in debt to China. You know, big time.
Yes.
Big fucking time. I mean, every billion dollar spending bill, every $1 trillion spending bill. And so China can just come along and say, you know, fuck you, and cash out these treasuries that they have. You know, it's not doing them any good.
Yeah, and so they're pushing buttons.
They're pushing bad buttons. Yeah, bad buttons. And they're all doing it. It's Democrats, Republicans. It's a bilateral thing. Bipartisan.
Well, remember, turning back the clock a little bit. Remember when Donald Trump started putting tariffs on the China imports?
Yeah, that was one of his worst policies.
And then China says we're going to get even, and then all of a sudden the pandemic came in Wuhan province.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hold on. The hell is it? Western Mike McGregor is. Oh yeah, okay, I showed that. Western Mike says we need more made in America. Well, you know,
you're not gonna get it.
You know, Chinese.
You know the funny thing I've seen.
Chinese,
sometimes I see in those stores, like a dollar store or even like a CVS or something, they have the American flags, and then if you look at it, it says "Made in China."
Says, well, even the MAGA hats, "Make America Great Again," it says "Made in China." I hear.
Does it really?
In the cap, in the red cap on the inside. You know, Chinese labor is not as cheap as it used to be anymore.
No, China outsources to Vietnam a lot.
But the Chinese workers, they're smartening up. They're not working
peanuts. They're moving up from a third world country, you know.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I know they outsourced to Vietnam. I think maybe Bangladesh.
Hmm? Bangladesh, Vietnam, they're tiny countries, but they're pretty soon. There's not going to be too many places left to outsource for cheap labor. And then Michael, Western Mike, will see made in America again, because then it wouldn't pay to really outsource manufacturings overseas anymore. Um, they're people wise up fast. I mean, hey, what's going on here? We're sick and tired of working for chump change chicken feed. What
Right.
is this?
China they have all this manufacturing, right? They can
Yeah,
make stuff, and instead of selling it to us, they can keep it for themselves, right? They'd be better off.
China is very any day now. They're about to start mass producing highly sophisticated humanoid robots to use in industry. They're about to mass produce them. Now, do you see what could happen is, if the robot is that sophisticated, and they're rapidly becoming so, they could reproduce themselves.
That's disgusting.
And they said the worst part
That's an
is
abomination, James.
within 10 years from now, they won't need humans to do anything for them. They will they'll be in complete control of their own existence, their programming, their reproduction, everything. That's when you have machine rebelling against man.
Well,
That's
that's man cannot be God, and that's the problem.
Yeah, well, it's out of arrogance. It's out of greed and arrogance that all this is happening. America needs to build. If even clothing isn't American, that's a problem.
Well, clothing definitely is not American.
Yeah, forget about
Yeah,
clothing.
forget about clothing.
I
There's a
bet.
good saying, James, real quick. The business of China is business. The business of the U.S. is war. And this is where we're at because of that. That's kind of what McGregor and even the girl that was interviewing him, she had some good points. At
Yeah,
least since World War II, the U.S. has been running around the world, wasting all the money. They were in a great position in the late 40s and the 50s, and they fucked it all up. For what? To have 800 bases around the world.
that's the only money the United States seems to be making is with the military-industrial complex.
Yep. And then they some of these like governors or congressmen will then claim that it's good because Americans work at Lockheed Martin, or whatever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. That's great.
Yeah,
That's a real good thing to be proud of.
yeah. I mean, maybe that's why they don't close these 800 military bases around the world. McGregor mentioned the 800 bases.
He did. He did. And
Uh,
he's a military guy, so he's not just bullshitting around. He's telling the truth.
yeah.
It's not anti-military or any of that stuff. It's just facts.
I'm glad you brought this up, Michael. Why, why is
Buttigieg,
why is
right?
the United States? Why doesn't the United States, which is supposed to be technologically ahead of everybody,
We have a high-speed train now.
why don't
We have one.
yeah, but
It's in Florida.
are they still using Amtrak, nationwide?
I think Florida's I guess the only state that has the high-speed train.
It has a high-speed
Is
train,
it?
right?
It's not anywhere else.
I mean, there was a celebration where Biden was standing next to the first brand new high-speed train. It was a celebration in Philadelphia where Amtrak was supposed to start buying and converting over to the high-speed trains. I haven't heard anything since that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even hear about that.
No, I haven't heard anything
But
about
supposedly the train from Miami to Orlando is a high speed train. It's supposed to take like an hour, and that's a pretty far distance for an hour.
Now, what's going to happen is, okay, Miami to Orlando, then you're going to have the whole every major area, city in Florida is going to be connected by high-speed train.
Yeah, because the next one they're building is Tampa to Orlando.
Right, Tampa. Then you have Jacksonville.
Sure. Why is Florida the only state doing it? I don't know.
Why is Florida the only state doing it? Absolutely correct. Why isn't it going nationwide? China, I mean, of course, Japan and Europe has had it for a long time. China's high-speed trains, I saw what they're like. They're going like just like the others, way over 100, 200 miles an hour, and it's really plush inside and modern and comfortable. And you can put a wine glass on the table. It doesn't move. It doesn't vibrate.
I wonder if the one down here is that good.
It stays like this. I'm telling you, China has it. You know, it's so embarrassing. The United States has piece of shit Amtrak.
I mean, it's not embarrassing. It is what it is. You know, the U.S. puts emphasis on other crap.
That's what it is. They could have.
Like I told you, the business of China is business. You don't see China with 800 military bases around the world.
I mean, I'm sure the United States could have had coast-to-coast high-speed trains a long while ago if their priority.
It's not a priority.
It's just not a priority. No. Good morning, Masumi, my dear. Masumi from southeastern Japan. Good morning to you. It is. They are now 14 hours ahead of us, thanks to the stupid, retarded daylight savings time in the United States. They're normally 13 hours ahead of us, but it's yeah.
So when does it change back? April?
Yeah. What's the old saying? Spring ahead, fall back.
Yeah, but what month? It's like April, I think, right? Around there.
You know, Arizona doesn't practice.
Yeah, I think there's 3 states that don't. Well, Arizona doesn't, and there's I think 2 more.
Well, they're smart.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. It is. The time is the time. The date is. It is what it is, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. So what? The kids have to get up.
Yeah, the kids.
And the kids, yeah. The kids have to get up in the dark.
It's too dark when they're at the bus stop.
Oh. Well, they shouldn't be at the bus stop. They should be. They should have their parents with them. But they should have.
They should have a high-speed train.
They should have a monorail. They should have. What about these new flying cars? All they are helicopters and combined with cars. Yeah, they're helicopters. They're calling them like flying cars.
Does it have the chopper?
Yeah, I go to the chopper. Get to the chopper. It has propellers, but it's electric.
Oh.
But it goes. You know, it goes on land on highways like a regular car. Then you activate it, and then the propellers come out. You know, like they fold out, and they start spinning, and then you go up I think as high as 1,000 feet. But do I want to take a chance? No, because look at all those famous people who died in small planes. Not just Thurman Munson and Roberto Clemente, but many others. You know.
Did you go on Paul Mantia's show yesterday?
Yeah, the radio show. Yeah, I was on it. Yeah.
How was that?
I went on at about 10:45 p.m.
So what is it, him like playing live?
Well, he plays music and then he talks for a while. And you know him, he can talk. And then
Do you talk?
Yeah, well, yeah, actually I talked because I was pushy.
Yeah.
But but he did allow me to talk because I was one of his guests. He has other people on too. He brings
How many
them
people does he have on at once?
just one at a time.
Oh, okay, so he brings
He did
like a
different
revolving thing.
people. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I had ample time to talk. He wasn't too bad, but he gets excited, you know how he is.
Yeah.
But it was good. We talked
Now
about
that's on it's not on YouTube, right?
it's OB. It's called OBS Radio. It's uncensored internet radio. Thank you. You're very welcome, Masubi.
OBS, so
Yeah,
like
it's
just like
called.
an app.
It's a website. It's they're on
Okay.
Facebook. OBS is a series of all uncensored radio.
I'll have to check it out. What does he do it every Friday?
He does it every Friday. Yeah, he starts, and then he does it again during the weekend in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I'm getting up.
He does a morning show.
Does a morning show. Well, he doesn't really need a lot of sleep. He gets up like at the crack of dawn.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
It's either Saturday or Sunday. I'll see if he's around. I'll see if he's around. Hey, Jordy, you told me that you wanted me to play your music video, your song, and where the hell are you? I sent you the link. He's telling me, where's the link? 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 Where the hell is he? My county lacks the city's subway network. It was going to happen, but yuppies kept the riffraff out, and the only riffraff who have noticed around here are the yups. Well, you know, there's subways and there's subways. I mean, I've seen subways that are sparkling clean with no low lives or crime, but they're sure as hell not in the New York area.
They never have been though. New York is New York. That's not a new thing.
Yeah, well, I think see what I mentioned to him before I got off the show. I says I noticed that Mayor Eric Adams he reminds me of David Dinkins. He's
He's probably not far off. Yeah.
He's very
It's like
soft.
the '70s all over again.
He's very soft on crime. It's like
And he used to be the police chief, right?
no, he was a
The
captain.
former police chief.
No, he was a captain, but he's a former Brooklyn borough president.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask about. I saw a story about him that he is being investigated by the FBI for links to Turkey. Did you hear about that?
Eric Adams?
Yeah. Turkey, like, so during the mayoral campaign, supposedly, this is what the FBI is checking out.
Mm.
He had huge donations, and they were, I guess, improper for whatever reason. I don't know why, but from Turkey, the Turkish government. That's, it's kind of interesting.
Well, Paul told me, and that, I mean, he says he could have videoed it, but he didn't want any problems from the cops. But there were like violence in progress, fights, physical altercations. Well, Brooklyn has become like.
Well, I saw Paul put a video on Facebook today of some fight.
Yeah, and the cops just.
Yeah, the cops were driving by. They didn't really stop.
No, they were hanging out on the corner or something.
But
they weren't doing anything.
I thought this Mayor Adams links to Turkey things
Highly suspicious.
It's like a real thing because the FBI pulled him over and took all of his electronics that he had.
Wow.
And they were like scanning everything, and they did the same thing to his staff. I saw this story a few days ago, and I didn't really look into it. I'm surprised you didn't hear anything.
No, you noticed the New York media didn't say a word about it. Not one peep.
Maybe that's why.
Not one peep. Well, see, Tommy Carroll says JPM Pulling Walnuts had a great line about snakes reproducing in The Sopranos. I'm not sure if it included robot snakes reproducing. Well, I know that pythons lay eggs and anacondas are live bearers. They bear live young. That I know. That's about all I know about serpents. You know what's crazy? These young people that are suddenly interested in having dangerous exotic pets like highly venomous snakes like king cobras. Can you imagine that? Rattlesnakes, black mambas. Are they insane?
Yeah.
I mean, uh, well, you know the pythons that they have, the invasive pythons in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know they stepped up the hunting of them because they're
You gotta get rid of them.
they're tough. They're even if there's like a frost in the wintertime, it doesn't kill them. They just survive. But anyway, they king cobras in Southeast Asia, cobras eat Burmese pythons. They swallow them. They envenomate them, envenomate them. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Envenomate them and they
Envenomize.
envenom, and then they swallow them. And I know king snakes can they eat poisonous snakes. King
I
snakes.
don't know much about snakes.
Yeah. No, I know a lot because of my brother-in-law. You know, he's a snake and tarantula enthusiast.
I had a friend like that growing up. He had like 3 pet snakes.
Yeah, but he
I
had
was never into that shit though.
he doesn't have a Burmese python anymore because years ago he had an albino Burmese python that he raised from a baby until it was 14 feet long. And what happened was he was alone in the house, and the Burmese python latched onto his wrist.
Really?
And you know, snakes have teeth that go backwards, so when they bite, they're like hooks.
Uh-huh.
You know, you can't, if you
Damn.
try to pull.
That was your brother-in-law?
Yeah, like if you go, you got to go in to remove.
So did he just let the snake crawl around free? Like it wasn't in a
No,
cage or
well,
something?
he took it out of its enclosure was a walk-in closet. That's how big it was.
Wow.
So
That's in New York or Jersey?
no, Jersey. So he was trying to bond with it. So the snake tried to bond with him the hard way. So what he had to do is he either cut it off with a chef's knife, cut the head off, or he shot it. I think he shot it in the head.
He had to because it wouldn't let go.
Wouldn't let go, and he was worried about his
Fuck, man.
arteries in his wrist.
Damn. How long ago was that?
Oh, this was before my sister met him.
Oh.
Yeah, he showed me photos of it. It was quite large. It was like, but you can't bond with a damn snake.
Is it legal to have that in Jersey?
Well, they're selling baby reticulated pythons in pet shops, and did you know that they get almost as large as an anaconda? They can get like 30 feet long. That's more dangerous than a Burmese python. And I don't understand why the government allows the sale.
So did your brother-in-law have any problem with it, or as far as the venom, or he was okay?
No, there's no venom in a python. They just want to give you a chiropractic adjustment. They want to hug you very hard and until you can't breathe. No, he had to shoot it in the head. I think it was either that or he cut its head off. But that was it. That's all the TLC. He was giving it like live rabbits, and going out of his way
Did he get another pet?
Well, he has a Colombian red tail boa constrictor, but they don't get that big.
Why doesn't he get a dog?
No, because he don't want to. He's like me. He don't want to get up early to walk the dog.
You don't have to get up early
And walk
You can walk it anytime you want.
and walk it late at night. He don't want to be bothered. And then my sister says, the dog has dander. It gets all over the house, and it smells, and which is true. Like
It
cats,
does sometimes, yeah.
cats don't have an odor, but dogs have a stench. Like if you pet them, you smell their
I have two
fingertips.
dogs.
In Tampa? I mean, in Clearwater?
Yeah, I have two dogs here.
How come I
They're
never hear them?
little Shih Tzus, small
Shih
dogs.
Tzus. Yeah, but I never hear them bark.
Well, I'm usually outside, and they don't really bark. They're pretty quiet.
Wow. Little Shih Tzus, they're quiet, but it's like you can hear a pin drop when you're on.
Yeah,
mic.
they're not barkers. No.
Well, not like a Chihuahua or
No, not at all.
untrained young people. Untrained young people perhaps should skip out on trying to raise scary animals, and please, it's more clout chasing. Okay.
Clout chases.
Clout.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. It is what it is. Hey, hold on. Let me do it. Hey, yo, it is what it is. It is what it is, damn it. That always clears my breathing. Bada bing, would you care to say if you ever been to a gentleman's club? Of course I've been to a million times.
Sure.
Bada bings is in
I don't really go too often though.
I don't know. I haven't gone in years because I lost interest.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I accomplishing? When I used to go, when I used to visit my buddy who manages one of them, one of those fancy gentlemen's clubs, with the plush sofas and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hang out with him. He would give me free beers, pints, whatever I wanted. He would bring me like food, like fried calamari. I didn't have to pay for anything, and I used to hang out with my friends. He originally was a manager at this Irish pub called Pub 46, which I miss, but they changed ownership, and he's not there anymore. But
an interesting fact is that Tampa is actually the strip club capital of Florida.
Tampa, really?
There's a lot of strip clubs in Tampa.
I'm surprised Hulk Hogan doesn't own one.
Randy Savage met in like 1999 when he was in WCW.
Oh, his last wife?
Yeah, that blonde, Gorgeous George.
Oh, she was a dancer. That's true.
She was only like 20 years old, and he was like 50 or something.
Yeah,
he met her at a Tampa strip club.
She's very pretty.
Yeah. She was really young.
I remember her.
Yeah, I don't think they ever got married, but they were going out, and then she came on the shows with him.
That's true.
He met her at a strip club in Tampa.
Yeah, this was way after
Miss Elizabeth and
Sherry Martel. Yeah, Sherry Martel came after Elizabeth, and then
this was when
WCW
in WCW, and then he got real big towards like the last couple of years.
Nitro, the Monday Night Wars, Monday Nitro.
Yeah. But this was at the point where WCW already lost. They were like the ratings were in a tank, and that was Macho Man's last few years
because
in business.
Because Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo were making it ridiculous. They were doing stupid things.
That's when Macho Man was there.
Yeah, they had they were having like pillow fights where the female.
No, that was WWE. The lingerie pillow fight.
Yeah, remember that?
That wasn't even Russo. That was the Vince McMahon stuff.
No,
honestly, I think they should bring it back, because I'll tell you, James. I was watching wrestling yesterday. I was switching between the two of them, and every time these women come on, I just change the channel because they're so nasty looking. They look like fucking guys. There's no beauty anymore in the women in wrestling. I don't want to watch that shit.
You think the days of the WWE divas?
Yeah, I liked it.
More attractive.
Yeah, I'll take that any day over these fucking Rhea Ripleys and all of them, man. I don't like that shit. Or like the main event yesterday on SmackDown was a women's match, right? Charlotte Flair, and then there's that one weird one. She's new, I think.
Oh, Shotzi?
Yeah, yeah. I don't like her at all.
Ugh. Yeah, Damage Control got larger. They increased their volume.
I don't watch that, man. I'll watch wrestling, but as soon as that crap comes on, I change the channel, and I'll turn it back on in like 10 minutes.
I just want to tell Tommy Carroll that Bada Bing's is in my hometown, Lodi, New Jersey. It's really called Satin Dolls, and Sopranos was filmed there on a Sunday morning. So before they opened, so they
That's cool.
yeah,
That's your hometown?
yeah, before I took the Commodore there once.
Really?
Yeah, he wanted to go. They were selling the Bada Bing T-shirts. You know, the black T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were selling them.
In my hometown, I have a similar story. On Long Island, there's a strip club, and it was owned by a mob guy. I think it was a Lucchese guy.
Oh, yeah.
And around like sometime in the 2000s, I think it was like 05, 06, they got raided, and they called it the real life Sopranos because it was actually a real life, mob guy that owned it. And that was in my hometown.
I wonder if during the movie Saturday Night Fever, I wonder if that nightclub called 2001 Space Odyssey or Disco Odyssey, or the place that John Travolta danced at and went with his friends.
You wonder if it was real?
I wonder if that was a real club in Brooklyn.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know all about this. The drama between Hulk Hogan and Bubba the Love Sponge.
Actually, I don't know that much about that.
Well, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Was he taping Hogan in private?
Well, he didn't. He made like somebody else did it, or I don't know.
It was like a porno thing, right?
Yeah, this is when after Hogan's divorce.
After the show, the Hogan Knows Best show.
Yeah, after all that.
Yeah.
Hogan was down.
Bubba the Love Sponge is like his friend, right?
Yeah, he does like some kind of a radio show in Florida.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't know about him.
Yeah, he does like a shock jock kind of radio show, and Hogan was depressed over his divorce, and then the show ended, and then his wife fucked him over for all that money.
She got the house. Yeah.
Or settlement, right? The usual bullshit. Meanwhile, he had no children. He had no minors. They were all grown up.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, his daughter was grown up. But anyway, well, there's no equality, but that's another topic. So what happened was, Love Sponge guy would invite him over, so he wouldn't be alone, to hang out at his house with him and his wife, and he offered his wife to Hogan to cheer him up. So
was that in the Tampa area?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised. To lift his spirits. So what happened is that
I never really knew the details of this story.
Yeah, I don't know if it was another girl or if it was his wife or whatever, but he was being filmed. Yeah. And then somehow the video mysteriously leaked out.
Was it the Love Sponge guy that was filming, or that's not known? It's not known.
Love Sponge says that he had nothing to do with it, but I don't believe it. So the video got out and was sold, and the video always has a habit. Those videos have a habit of slithering out there, and just like when the sex video with Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee. Yeah, that shit. So Pam Anderson was so upset that
did Hogan get paid for it when he got released?
Was
it one of those things?
Hogan has a reputation for being a big time bullshit artist.
Mm-hmm.
And for all I know, Love Sponge,
And
Hogan,
Hogan,
they
they
all
were
got
behind
their,
it.
they might have all got their cut, and to take the attention off of that fact, they acted really upset. Oh, my reputation, my life is ruined. Oh, how could you do this, my friend? I thought you were my friend. But maybe they were all in on it,
Yeah.
you know. So, Tommy, that's pretty much all I know. But you know,
And
they're
then
all
he got recorded again by somebody using the N word, talking about his daughter's boyfriend.
yes.
That was around, I think, the same time.
Yeah, well, you know about that. Some guys, you know, when you're a father and you know, and your daughter starts dating, you know, a lot of guys are old fashioned about that sort of thing.
Sure, yeah.
You know, and
But I mean, you know, these days,
you know, I don't.
I mean, it's not surprising.
I mean, I don't think it's as terrible as they made it out.
No. It never is, though. It never is.
It's not like he was
But
making.
the WWE, I think for a while they
Yeah,
banned him. You know, they didn't bring him on screen for a long time.
yeah. I mean, it's not like he was making general statements, racial comments in general. It had to do with somebody his own daughter was dating.
It doesn't matter though, James. If they can get you on some shit these days,
Yeah, well, if you're in the spotlight,
mm-hmm.
you're under a microscope.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Michael, I sent you the link. Why don't you come over?
Here he goes. He's talking about what I was saying.
Oh, yeah. Wish women wouldn't try to look or act like men only because that's not really how a real man would behave. Those women seem to be mocking toxic sissies.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, Mike, but it's not attractive.
Well, the beta male, there's another word for that kind of a guy. Cuck, Cuck.
A cuck?
A cuck. No, not a cock. A cuck is like
couple?
like a yes boy, like a suck up, like a brown nose. Yes, dear. Anything you say, dear. Somebody that complies to a woman who is like controlling and emasculating.
It's called a cuckle.
Cuck. You know, I have to look it up because I've heard the people in the alpha male red pill community use the word cuck
Okay.
for men that are not red pill.
I'll be right back, James.
Yeah. Beta males are too worried what everyone else thinks of them and get surprised when called out for being too nice. Well, it's okay to be nice. I mean, you know, like the saying that Robert Barone said on a Raymond show. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. It's not that nice is bad. It's that being a sucker is bad. Being a victim is bad. Like you could be a real nice guy, but when you feel a woman is playing you for favors and she could be a gold digger, it's up to you, the nice guy, to put the brakes on that and say, stop. I can't afford it. I'm sorry. I just took you out the other day. Why you want more? You want more and more and more and more and more and more? Michael.
Hey, yo. What's up?
How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Good. How the hell are you? What are you?
Well,
What's the matter? You look disheveled. You're not putting the camera on.
maybe a little bit, lacking of the hevels. So
Okay. No, you're gonna do the podcast, the radio podcast, where you're just talking.
oh yeah.
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 And
So, well, what's up, y'all? But yeah, just basically lacking the peoples right now. But so,
What's up, Western?
well, not much. How are you, Ronnie?
I'm doing good.
How are you, James? Good.
good. Yeah, well, it's good. It shows Mick Von Raven is at a concert.
Oh yeah,
He's at a concert.
who's playing?
I don't know. He goes
That's
to
safe.
a lot of bands, indie bands that are up and coming talent. He goes to many concerts. That's why I have to say.
Hey James, you're familiar with the Miss Universe contest, beauty
Yeah.
contest? So this year they allowed two trainees into it.
You got to be kidding me.
Oh,
Yeah.
You hear that, Mike?
yeah, that's a bit much.
So Miss Portugal and there's another country. I know Portugal's one of them. It's actually men that transform themselves into women.
So they actually are treating a transgender as a real bona fide female.
Yep. And it's a shame because Portugal has a lot of pretty women in it. And instead,
yeah,
they got this guy calling himself Miss Portugal.
I know Thailand is big on that whole transgenders.
I think that might have been the second country. It might have been Thailand.
Yeah, surgical procedure.
yeah.
And then they have one also, Miss I think it's Nepal. Nepal is an overweight, obese woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this is the first year that they're doing that because it's always skinny model girls.
So they're trying to be all inclusive.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty bad, man.
Nobody wants
to see that
some
shit.
Nobody wants to see some fat obese woman as Miss Universe.
It's a joke.
It is a joke. People are not gonna watch that anymore. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, just because somebody says you can express yourself and be who you want to be doesn't mean you can automatically tell everybody that you're this kind of person and dismiss all these real folk over here.
I think it's a psychiatric disorder.
But they're encouraging it.
Yeah, like if you're born a male and you have male genitalia and the prostate and so on and so forth, you're a male.
That's who you are.
If you're born a female with female genitalia, ovaries, a uterus, and breasts, mammaries, you're a female.
And you're always going to be that.
Okay.
You're
It
always
doesn't matter how many surgeries you get. It doesn't matter. But the scary thing is, James, they look like women, and so that's fucked up. If you didn't know,
well, it's the great
that they were actually men. You know?
What I heard, the hormones they have to take.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're just watching it, not knowing the truth, they do look like they're women.
You could be
that.
fooled.
That's fucked up.
You could be fooled. Yeah. What I'm saying is, they give them hormones to suppress testosterone and increase estrogen, and then they get rid of the Adam's apple. I think surgically. They file it down.
Do they do that? Yeah. I guess you could have surgery for anything because I know the Adam's apple was always a problem.
Yeah.
That's just disturbing that somebody wants to change literally their bodily functions.
No, it is. It's really bad.
Or if they're wearing spandex.
It's an abomination, man. It is an abomination.
It's
It's only a recent thing. Like what? Only since 2020 this has been going on. Mainstream.
It's like you ever watch? I can't watch the video.
After
There's mad scientists out there that like to combine species through experimentation. They're like
cross.
Yeah, it's like
you're playing God.
It's like the island of Dr. Moreau with with Marlon Brando. You know, where the guy was on an island and he was combining like human DNA with animals and making they call it these chimeras.
Marlon
And
Brando was in some real weird movies.
yeah, chimera. Well, he was known
Before he was the Godfather. He was in a lot of weird stuff.
you know, he was bisexual, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was, yeah.
The Godfather is bisexual.
Well, he came out of the closet. He came out of the closet towards the end.
Something that's so funny, guys, is that in San Francisco they have a ferry that will take people from the city to the island. There's an island there, and you don't get that in Marin County. You have the ferry going to different towns, but there are other straits where the ferry can go, but they don't have any services for those sections of water either. It doesn't make any sense, even though it takes way too long to walk over there. And then when was on the ferry one time, just simply sat down next to one of those kind of women, simply sat down at a table where she happened to also be sitting, because it is a ferry after all.
I would have changed.
Got up and stomped off. She got up and stomped off like a little child. She didn't want to share the table with me. Guess she already didn't like me.
She took a tantrum.
But she didn't want to share it with you? For what reason?
I guess she didn't like me already.
Why? Because you're a guy?
Well, yeah, since when the guys, appreciate other guys.
Let me ask you a question. Was she listening to music with the earbud?
I don't know if she was, but what I remember is that she just didn't seem like a very friendly person, which seems to be a bipartisan gender issue these days. So
she don't want to make conversation.
You don't have to make conversation, but it would be nice to at least have a good vibe. Some people don't even worry about their vibe no more. Shit, you not.
You live in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a suburb.
Oh, you're okay. So you're not actually in the city?
No, I'm not in the city. If it was in the city, they have this ferry over there that will take you over to the city island, but they don't have that over here. They don't have.
What's on the island?
Alcatraz.
No. Close. Treasure Island is another part of San Francisco.
Oh, we got Treasure Island down here too.
You got a Treasure Island down there. Yeah.
Where do the tourists go? They go to Fisherman's Wharf, Alcatraz, right?
They go to Fisherman's. They go to Elk.
I heard they were opening Alcatraz again.
They were. I think they are. Yep. And we had a couple of swimmers there a couple of weeks ago. I think last week. And one swimmer, I think maybe James heard about that, almost got caught in a ship or something like that. And it's just completely bad time to swim.
There's two problems with the waters off of Alcatraz. Number one, there are very powerful currents.
Yeah.
That will kick your ass out to sea. Number two,
kick your ass.
It's shark infested.
Yeah. So
the sharks.
But that one guy escaped, right, in the 60s.
One guy escaped. What?
In the 60s, the one they made the movie about, right?
Oh, the Birdman of Alcatraz.
I only remember Dirty Harry and kind of movies like that.
He escaped and
I don't remember.
But they don't.
You know what I'm talking about, right? There's one guy who actually escaped.
There was like two brothers. Anyway, they think they made it to the shore and they went to Brazil. They got away and they lived.
And then I think it was in like the 90s.
They do that.
He wrote a letter to the government saying who he was.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that Jack LaLanne used to swim?
Who?
Used to pull a boat loaded with people.
Who?
Jack LaLanne from Alcatraz to San Francisco. He used to pull a boat of people, he was in a wetsuit and swimming from Alcatraz to San Francisco. He did that once a year.
Mike, have you ever been to a Giants game?
I've been to a Giant. Yep, been to one of those. You?
Yeah, it's a nice stadium over there.
You think that's a nice stadium? It's all right.
What happened with Candlestick Park? Did they throw? Did they
Yeah,
tear
they don't
that
have.
down?
Did they tear it down?
I don't remember anything about Candlestick Park. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna try to reload here. I'm getting messed up. One second. One second, guys. Thanks for asking. School, you also have a. How you
What do you
also
say?
have Treasure Island.
Oh
Be
yeah,
right
yeah.
back.
There's a Treasure Island like 20 minutes from me. It's beautiful, actually. It's a beautiful place. Treasure
Yeah.
Island.
Jordy was nagging me to come on the show.
He doesn't have any
He
patience. He wanted to join
wanted me to do it like
like for a
immediately.
year right away. You know, Jordy. He probably found something else to do.
There he is.
Okay. What's going on? What's up? Yeah, so how come sometimes they don't have more stuff going on with the ferry where, when a ferry takes you places, it takes you to the town, but then there's a river in that town. So you could probably have more ferry
You
stations.
got to write a letter to your congressman.
Oh yeah. I think somebody told me that one time. Wrote a letter, haven't really gotten a response back yet,
Or
but
give him a call.
give them a call. Yep, that's just it. It really it really is true. We don't build anything. We fight all the time. Everything's a constant, just circle jerk of clout chasing.
Now,
Uh,
Mike, do you like living over there?
I,
Or you think?
I try to like the women over here.
But do you
Just
like living there though? In general,
do it. If it
you're from
weren't
the Chicago
for
area, right?
Yeah,
Originally?
if it weren't for my family, my best friend, and everybody just would not want to be here. Would
So you
not
got your
want to live here.
family lives there now?
My family, my best friend here, and my
That's
other
good.
best
Yeah.
friends, my friends, they're all here. But
Yeah.
just without them, would not want to really live here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sounds like where you guys are at, you guys would want to live there, and that's cool. But over here, without my peeps, I would not live here. So,
Well, it's very expensive. Number one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And is it
You know
is
it's
it dirty? We hear a lot of
lovely.
stories that it's dirty.
it's not dirty. It's just there's a lot of it's expensive, and just there's too much.
What's the average
There's
rent
too much to
over
worry
there?
about. Oh yeah, the
What's
rent
the average rent for, say, like a one-bedroom apartment?
probably at least around $3,000 a month or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's a lot, man.
It's
That's probably, is that more than
awesome.
Manhattan? Or maybe
I
that's around the same as Manhattan.
think Manhattan is like 6,000.
No, not for a one-bedroom.
No wonder why they're moving over here to Edgewater. a lot of Manhattanites.
Well, New Jersey is, I think, the densest state in the country, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big.
it's a very Republican state. It has a very Republican
You
legislature.
got Chris Christie over there.
Yep.
Well, we have dense
Christie,
areas, and
Chris
then we have
Christie, the next president.
we have lots of farmland. Well, he's the voice of reason out of that whole bunch.
I don't think any of them.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But I didn't like him as a governor, so I still wouldn't vote for him.
He
but,
supposedly was chummy with Obama when he was the governor.
because he needed help
He needed to get
during after Hurricane
the FEMA
Sandy.
relief, yeah.
That he won again.
He needed FEMA, man. FEMA.
But they didn't give
Kinda
it to
like
New York. They
Kind of
didn't
like
give it to New York.
DeSantis did that.
And
DeSantis did that.
did you know that, James? They didn't give any
New York
FEMA
got stiffed.
relief to New York, and there was a Democrat as the fucking
New York got stiffed.
Yeah, they did. They really, really did.
And New York, especially the coastal New York, like in the Brooklyn area.
Long Island, yeah, Brooklyn,
Island.
anywhere on the water. It was a
Anywhere.
lot of damage, man. Do you know who the governor was back then?
Elliot Spitzer.
Cuomo.
Mm.
Andrew.
Oh,
Andrew
old man
fucking
Cuomo.
Cuomo.
Or Andrew.
Andrew.
Okay.
Could I just say a light red pill thing for a second here? Even if a lot of women in your area don't quite act like kind of a lady who you would spend a lot of your time with, doesn't mean you have to lump all women as acting like that. So even if your area is being invaded by a lot of man-hating, kind of man emulating women, doesn't mean all women are like that.
Well, women all over the country.
Yep.
That are younger generation. The younger they are, the more standoffish they are.
Sure.
The older they are, the friendlier
You know
they
what
are.
is also true, James? In there, I would say, younger the males are, the more they don't have any social skills. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Because
No,
they
no,
didn't
lack of social skills,
grow
yeah.
up with being able to get any social skills.
A young guy would like give cat calls to girls. Hey, baby. Hey, hey.
They don't do that anymore, though. They don't do that anymore.
Well, the young guys just don't even bother.
They're scared. They don't know how to approach women.
Yeah, because the girls
catcalling is just stupid. Catcalling is really, catcalling is freaking.
But also,
freaking stupid.
they're only on the internet. They grew up on the internet, so they don't know how to interact in person. Yeah,
they have no
That's not
social
good.
skills. Young people today have no social skills.
The young people today have absolutely no social skills. They have just the maturity of a peanut.
You know, so a lot of those girls, I think, look for older guys.
Wouldn't know about that.
What's your opinion on that?
Well, wouldn't know about that.
Well, they are actually. I read some articles about that. That the younger women they're going for older guys because the young guys are just
They suck.
They're boring to them. There's no.
They just play video games.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, they're also rude. You know, they're really rude. Just no fucking manners at all. And
the older guys have more money.
They have. I would say that older guys do have more saved. Yes, that's correct.
Well, hopefully.
So.
In an ideal situation.
Yes.
So
if you can, these young guys, what they can do, they got to get.
Well, they like the.
They got to start. They got to start listening to Jordan Peterson or something.
They like the unselfishness and the maturity of the personality of the older man.
Yeah.
The older man is experienced, and they're not as selfish as the young guy.
Yeah, the young guy is being just kind of like a sleaze bag, and they don't even make any money. Just you wouldn't want to be around that. I don't. That seems like a red flag. No.
So that was my point.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a red flag.
How old are you, Mike?
I'm 30.
Okay.
You?
I'm 33.
You turned 30. You turned 30 recently.
What's that?
You turned 30. Well, of course, this year.
Turned 30 way back. 20 states are way behind me now. They're well behind me now.
So when did you turn? When's your birthday?
April 6th.
So Mike, you should try to look for like a girl in her like early 20s.
Early 20s.
Yeah. Because to her, you'd be considered an older guy. You're 30 years old. You're not old, but.
Well, plus he's mature, and Michael is also intelligent as opposed to the average guy in his 20s.
Exactly.
Just it can be lonely, but it's these days you never know who you're talking to. So
now, do you do the online dating?
I tried that. Didn't get anywhere with the online dating. It's tough. You?
No.
No, yeah, I think you have a girlfriend, but you have a girlfriend, right?
I do.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've never tried online dating.
How'd you and your girlfriend meet? Chloe?
College. We were in college. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Right on. So then you didn't meet like at a bar or anywhere like that. You met in college.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Just if I'm gonna meet somebody, it should probably be something that in a place that really makes sense. That it's just the right time and the right place.
I mean, a bar is 50-50. You know.
50-50.
Yeah. It's good because it's a social environment. But you don't even drink anymore, right?
I don't drink anymore, but even if you're drinking, it's not the best idea in the world, because if you
I guess
make a really big mistake
you
and
can
then
drink
everybody remembers it.
non-alcoholic drinks, right?
Oh yeah, this is a non-alcoholic. This is a Sam
Right.
Adams non-alcoholic.
So do you go to bars or breweries and drink that?
I don't go to. It's so weird to go to a brewery without drinking anymore. If I'm
Do
gonna go
they
to
have those though, like the non-alcoholic ones?
they have some of these. I don't think they have the Sam Adams. This is the Sam Adams NA IPA. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
And it's pretty good. We'll give it an 8 out of 10. But going to bars, it's just I'm just gonna go to bars to have a good time with friends, because
So do you
if
do
you
that?
if you make a mistake, then everybody kind of remembers it forever.
Yeah.
It's not quite don't shit where you eat, but it's damn near close to don't shit where you eat. So I don't really want to risk it sometimes in some places. Yeah.
And you don't like the online dating.
Don't like online because.
So what do you suggest, James? Where could he meet a girl?
Well, I used to. If he I'll give you an example. He's really into nutrition now and health and
There you go.
exercise. So
To the gym.
he goes to Trader Joe's
Mhm.
and he
Go, Jim.
buys produce for his juicing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say there might be a girl there who's into the same thing that he could strike up a conversation with. At the gym, women
The gym's
just
no good at the
listen to
gym.
music. They listen to the music. They got the earbuds and they don't talk to anybody.
Not
I know.
not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah.
There he
Hey,
is.
Paul.
What's up?
The one and only Paul Anthony
I feel like-
Manty, rocking Paul.
I feel like shit, guys, man. I don't know, man.
What
Welcome to
happened?
the club.
I got a fucking cold, but I told you that, like, I'm blowing up on the radio now. Things are getting very big, and I've been something's been going on with me lately, and I can't even describe it to a doctor. The doctor told me come off my phone with 5G. I'm off 5G now. Okay, so basically, let me see if I can. I think I explained this once to you before. You were on, and like say I'm sitting here, right? And if I'm on my phone and I'm typing somebody and I'm talking about anything that has to do with the government, all of a sudden I'll start sweating. Okay, I start sweating for no reason. My head goes into a space land. I can't talk. I can't function. It's just so weird, man. It feels like you're just leaving.
So
your
do you think it's related to the phone?
Yeah, man, definitely. I feel like it's leaving. And it only happens the night after I do my radio shows. Once a week, man, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
So I can't figure it out. And the doctor, he's telling me they can radioactively cyber attack you right through your phone, whether you got a fucking a piece of tape on your camera or not. They can come through your phone. It don't matter because these phones. That's why you notice the new phone, you can't even get the battery out because there's no battery in them. There's the reason why they did that. They don't want you opening these phones up because there's certain devices that are
What kind of phone is that?
phone where they can track your ass. They can do whatever the fuck they want to you.
What kind of phone do you have? Yes.
I have a Nord phone. It's a piece of shit, man. Fucking
A Nord?
almost $1,000 for this fucking thing. I'm gonna take it back to Metro and shove it up that fat piece of shit motherfucker's ass.
Excuse me. Oh, I had a fart.
Who's that? Who's the fat?
That's my wife.
No, I said who's the fat guy? You're gonna shove it up his ass.
Yeah, she just got assaulted too, man. She went to the fucking store over here, and some guy
You got assaulted?
stunk really bad, and the owner said, "Get out of my store! You're stinking everything up." She gets outside, and he goes after her, raising his fucking hands to her. The cops, they won't do anything. I said, "This is what I say. We're not even going to bother calling them because we know they're
No.
But I tell you what, when I see his ass tomorrow, what do you think's gonna happen? They're gonna scrape his fucking face off the ground.
What's wrong with the people in Brooklyn? They losing their minds
No,
over there?
we live in a great neighborhood, man.
Hey,
But
Paul, what were you doing in
now
Flatbush?
they got the immigrants. They got nowhere to go. And listen, just about 2 hours ago, I posted it. Gunshots, a fucking gun war going on over here in Warbass by Coney Island. Pop, 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 back and forth. About 60 shots.
Yeah.
No cops.
What?
No cops.
What were you doing in Flatbush, Paul?
They don't.
Eric-
What were you doing? You were in Flatbush?
Yeah, you put a video
No,
on
I'm
Facebook.
in Coney. I'm in
No,
Brighton.
the video you took, you put on Facebook. I was in Flatbush, right?
Oh yeah, that was yesterday.
What were you doing over there, man?
I
It's
was
not a
meeting.
good area.
No, the day before yesterday, I was meeting my business partner over there.
Oh,
We had to do some things, for Black Friday coming up, and I was meeting him. And before he showed up, that happened.
yeah.
happened. I recorded that.
It's not good, man. The police aren't getting out of the car.
Everywhere I go, something happens. I'm always at the right place at the wrong fucking time.
Now, Paul, let me ask you. You think the police in that situation should have gotten out of the car and did something?
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, they should have did something, man. Somebody could have got fucking killed, man. You seen how they pulled up? They sat there and watched one guy. And that guy that got beat up, he was in the fucking right. He did nothing wrong.
What
I
was
sat there, I got
what was he getting beat up for?
Listen, the guy wanted they just got off construction work. The boss refused to fucking pay him. He's like, I'm not paying you, you fucking migrant. He goes, I got my papers. I'm not a fucking migrant. He goes, I got my papers. I've been here. He goes, what are you talking about? Give me my fucking money. So they refused to give
Yeah,
it.
I didn't see that part in the video.
Well, I got it. I got where he gave him the money. He gave him it was like $1,500, man, his week's paycheck. You can't do that to people. And then, they gave him the money before the fight, you know what I'm saying? But what happened is, they kept ganging up on him, man. You know what I mean?
Were they trying to rob him of the money?
They probably took the money back, but 4 of them beat the shit out of him, bro.
Maybe the boss told him to do it.
Of course they told him to do it, but they were trying to back off. He was egging them on, kept egging them on, but still.
Oh, okay.
But that's one person. One person with 4 giant motherfuckers going after a skinny guy, man. I said, I wish, you know what I said? I come out, I'm on the video. I said, man, you know what? If that was me, you were coming after me like that, I guarantee you, every last one of you would be fucking on the ground, fucking crying like little bitches to your mother right now.
Yeah.
I said, you never underestimate, and don't ever underestimate anybody, especially when I'm wearing my fucking $1,000 combat boots with fucking steel-toed. These are combat motherfuckers, man. Them shits, yeah, you rip somebody's fucking head off with them. Well, seriously, shit's getting crazy out here. I show you. I don't think they want to fuck with me when I'm wearing this shit right here.
No.
Yeah, those nice combat boots, man. Fucking steel toe in the back, everything, bro.
Yeah.
I'd kick that motherfucker in their face, man. That'd be it.
It's cold over there,
I want
Paul?
to get, huh?
It's cold over there?
Fucking freezing, bro. It's freezing out.
I'm going up Wednesday for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah? Where? To New York?
Long Island, yeah. I'm flying into JFK.
Damn, too bad. You should stop by and see me.
Yeah.
I quit smoking. Now I start smoking again.
How long did you quit for?
A couple of weeks. Not even.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
Not even, bro. It doesn't, it's just, I'm going to quit altogether. The only way to do this is one way. You can't cut down. It'll never work.
Cold turkey?
You got to cold turkey everything. Otherwise,
You try the patches and all that shit?
Fuck the patches, man. I don't wear that shit.
Yeah. And what's the other thing? Like
You
the
know what
gum?
it is? You get off of one thing and now you're on another thing. Now you got to get off of that thing. And those things give me nightmares.
It's like methadone, right?
They give you vivid dreams, man. They make me sweat. I don't like those patches, man.
What about the gum?
The gum, I don't fuck with that either, man. No way. I don't fuck with any of that shit. You can't trust anything that's made like that, man.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the only thing I'm taking for this cold right now. That's it.
All right.
That's the only medicines that I really trust. I won't take anything else, man. Tylenol, I trust them. I've never gotten anything badly sick from it, so it's actually made me feel better, and they work, It's just a sinus cold, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank God. I don't need
People
no
get sick, man,
Yeah, I don't need a cough. But my wife had it. She gave it to me.
Right.
And here I am saying, just the day that I was going to go and put my ass in that cold ass ocean, I was getting ready to go down there and go swimming. I go in the water, the ice cold water, for about 2 minutes, to start. Right there, what that does is when you get in that cold water, it freezes every fucking bit of bacteria in your
You
body.
live in Brighton Beach, right?
You will not get sick. I
Paul?
have not been sick for over a year, bro, since I did that. Since I went in that water, I could be around her. She could be coughing. He was sick. Around sick people, I do not get it.
Paul.
Because I failed to get out there, it's not time yet, really. The water's not,
It's not cold enough.
It's 48 degrees. It's got to be at least 32. 32 degrees, zero out, or close to zero outside to really get the water to work in your system, and, because it works. They tell you don't go in the cold water, you got pneumonia. That's not true. It's not fucking true. Don't go in the water if you're sick. Yeah, then you get pneumonia. But you go.
What do they call those people that jump in the polar bear plunge?
Yeah, I'm with them. I hang
You
out.
do that?
I'm gonna be chilling with them.
Is that on Thanksgiving or Christmas? They do that.
They're gonna do it on. Yeah, we'll find out what day they're gonna do it because I'm gonna be going with them.
Do you wear a wetsuit?
No, I take my shirt off, bro, and I wear fucking shorts, and that's it. I go straight up. If you're gonna do it, be a fucking man about it. Don't. This is what I say to the cops on the boardwalk, right? So this is when Valerie wasn't with me. I went down there and I went in there myself. I come out, the cops standing there like, you're fucking nuts. I said, you know what?
Hey, Paul. Let me ask
how can you be a fucking cop when you don't even
could
have
be a cop?
fucking balls to get out there and go swimming in cold water yourself, you fucking pussy? That's what I said to him.
Paul, let me ask you. I know you keep on top of the
His friend
news.
laughs. He goes, ha ha, he called you a pussy. I said, yeah. I said, when you're a man and you want to man up to a man like me, go in that fucking ice cold water. Then we talk.
Yeah, but you get hypothermia in there.
Well, it depends. You see, there are people. I have a friend. He's been doing this 25 years. This man stays in there for 2 hours.
Everybody's there.
0 degrees outside. Christmas fucking morning. This motherfucker is out there for 2 hours in the water, swimming. Like it ain't nobody's business.
That's what he does on Christmas.
He does it. This guy swims every day in the winter, man. But you know what? He's 71 years old. You know the last time he was sick? 30-something years old. That's the last time he had a fucking cold or anything.
Well, don't the guys in Sweden jump in an icy lake?
Yeah, man. There's people
in Scandinavia.
You see, the problem with it is where people don't understand is the salt water. That's the most important thing of all, cold salt water. If you go into a lake that doesn't contain salt water, it's really not going to do much justice for you. That salt plays a big part on your body, whether you know it or not. That's why they tell you it's healthy to go swimming. But, then on the other hand, you got polluted fucking water.
Paul,
Yeah,
did you hear about... Wait, let me ask Paul. Did you hear about the FBI investigating the mayor?
Mm-hmm. I'm on the case.
With the what's going on? He's got ties to Turkey. What's the story?
Yeah, he did some money laundering with Turkey. Turkey dropped his campaign and
now what is Turkey?
The girl's got to rat him out.
What is Turkey gaining from him though? What's the relationship?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Okay. Maybe he's sucking their assholes. Who knows?
I was just curious.
Fucking Adams needs to go. He needs to go. He's a piece of shit. For him to get out there and say, we support Israel in New York. How can you do that? We only support Israel. You're in fucking America, you stupid motherfucker, Eric. You're in America. We're all American.
He supports Venezuela.
Support everybody. Everybody. You don't go, we support Israel. You go, no. This is New York City. We're gonna all fucking unite, whether you like it or not. If you refuse to unite, then go fuck yourself.
That's gonna really piss
no
off.
right to stand by one party, okay? You cannot blame every Palestinian. There are good fucking people out here that I'm friends with, and he's putting down every one of them because one person's doing it doesn't mean that one's doing it. He has no right to do that. What if I was Palestinian? I'd go spit on his bald fucking head and sit there and polish it for him.
Hey, Jordy, it's right there on Facebook Messenger, Jordy.
He's got, what somebody said on
right
TikTok?
here.
Somebody said he's got the face. Eric Adams has the face that you just want to grab and smash his face into a fucking wall. He's just got that look, You
got that like a peanut head.
He looks like Oprah with short hair.
He was a fucking cop, man. He was a chief of whatever he was, a sergeant.
No, he's a captain. He was a captain.
I thought he was the police
fucking,
chief.
you know who he is? He's Captain America's fucking bitch.
But you know who he is? Also, he was a Brooklyn borough president at one time.
I know I'm
Yeah.
going to get attacked for saying what I just said, but that's
No,
He was the president of your borough there, Paul.
Geordie from Scotland. Geordie, how are you tonight?
Geordie from Scotland.
keep my mouth
Hello.
shut.
Yo, James. What's up, man?
Elite bastards, man.
Ronnie.
Yeah. Anyway, I told everybody about your radio show, and
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
it's blowing
we
up.
had a great time.
Yeah, it's blowing up. James got a lot of hits, man, from that. So we're going to be steering him over to your site.
Now, where do you do that on TikTok, Paul?
No, that's a real radio station. It's licensed, man. We're licensed.
It's on like FM radio.
No, you can go and get it on the Play Store. You get because he did it this way, so that this way that the United States cannot remove you from the Play Store. He paid for it. But they tried fucking with us the second week I was on, and they shut down the website, and then they clipped the fucking radio. They had it clipped somehow. He got it back on, and he got the website back. The FCC.
Paul.
With us.
Well, is this one of your own songs, brother?
Yeah. The songs that I played that night, yes.
Oh, cool, man. What happened? What
I'll
happened?
send you, if you send me your email, I'll send you the track free. Any one of James' friends, they can have the track for free.
No.
I've been giving it away free for fucking years, man. All right?
I just want to tell Michael something. Hey,
But
Mike.
I'll give you the whole album.
Mike, I had the same problem going through the last Sunday. I had the same problem going through the link on Instagram to go on your show. That's why I asked you to give me the link on YouTube. There's something about Zuckerberg and having streaming links on either Facebook or Instagram.
He's got the Zuckerbucks.
Zuckerberg?
Hey, you see, I got on Verizon, man. Man, I tortured them. When I put them on the fucking radio,
Here you go, Mike.
Must have lost thousands and thousands and thousands of new customers. Guess what? When I did that, my internet started working good, and I have not paid. I told them I'm not paying you for last month, and I am not paying you for all the shit that you gave me. You fuck up my shows. I'm like, do this. You know, your fucking internet is garbage. I'm like, you know what you do when the people pay the first bill? They drop your internet. That's it.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
They are sneaky. You know, hold on, let me tell him. It's different. It's not problematic outside of Facebook and Instagram, Mike.
What's a RTPM?
I just.
What does it stand for?
I'm not sure, but I have a great deal of difficulty getting on somebody's show from Instagram or from Facebook. If they post a link on any one of Sucker Scum's platforms.
I'm being attacked right now. By the way. I wish I could explain how I'm being attacked.
Oh, goddamn.
I don't think you can understand it. In other words, sitting here and then all of a sudden you're getting. How do you explain this? How can How can you explain? It's not just a hot flash.
You getting hot flashes?
I'm getting a hot flash right now, but my brain and my like a certain smell comes into my nose, and then I don't know. I can't explain this, bro.
Maybe there's like radioactive waves going through
I've
your
been
brain.
smelling a weird. I've been smelling a weird chemical.
Inside of a cool house, I shouldn't be sweating, man. It doesn't make sense. It just happens.
You got to get rid of that phone, Paul.
It's not the phone now. I'm on the iPad.
You want more?
No. I don't know, man.
You think it has to do with the radio show?
Of course.
Maybe if you're on for too long.
It started a month after I did the radio show.
So you think it's worth it to your health to keep on doing the radio show?
It don't happen either. It don't happen before the radio show. It happens after the radio show.
You only, Michael, you only need a stream key if you want to stream to like Instagram or TikTok You don't need a stream key for YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch.
You see, I'm going to tell you something. I was fine up until I started talking about atoms. Did you notice that? Everything's fine as long as I don't talk about the government. It's fine. I can talk about raw meat and the meat on the market.
Well, now the FBI is going after Adam, so
Yeah, I know, but why are they coming after
it's
me?
government versus government.
They only go after people that
So,
speak the fucking
so who
truth.
do you think? What branch of the government you think is coming after you?
You know, listen to what
The mayor's office?
Kathy Huchu said the other day, okay? Did you hear her fucking message to people like me?
Huckleberry Hound.
Oh, we're coming after people like you. We're coming after the people.
Oh, I did hear that. I did hear that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're coming after
Because of
people.
hate
In what
speech,
way?
right?
Hey, thank you for telling me that, Kathy, because I tell you what, bitch, I'm going to sue your fucking ass, you fucking bitch. I'm going to fucking sue them for this shit. If they think that I can't prove it, let me explain something to you. I got the perfect way of fucking proving this shit. When I got my doctor standing behind me, you know, that I go see, saying, hey, get off 5G. Okay, I did, sir. I'm on 4G and it's still fucking happening. It doesn't matter.
Vocals behind it?
Through 3G, 2G, 1G, it don't matter. They can attack you. Listen, all this shit going on out here, man. It's like a fucking...
Yeah, I hear that shit. What the fuck?
That's actually over here.
You got to leave that neighborhood.
And we're in Brooklyn, man. It's constant. There's more shit going on than we can think about these days. Okay?
Yo, Paul, where you at, man?
I'm in Brighton Beach.
Paul lives in
Coney
Brighton
Island,
Beach,
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
close to Coney Island.
Now, Brighton Beach doesn't actually have a beach,
Yeah,
right?
it does. We got an ocean. Right here. Literally a half a block from me. We pretty much live on the ocean.
Is that where you swim at?
Yep.
Let me look quick. What are you drinking there, George?
Oh,
What is that?
I'm about to say.
I don't drink, but I don't drink anymore. But cheers, brother.
Cheers. What is that? La Muca? What is that?
I just want to say cheers to Paul, but this is
Hey, cheers, bro.
Moretti. Hey, James, this is Italian
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Oh, it's an Italian beer.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Birra Moretti.
Birra Moretta.
Where are you out of? You in Europe? Where are you?
Mm-hmm.
He's in Scotland.
He's in
I'm in
Scotland.
Glasgow, bro.
Scotland is nice,
I am in Glasgow, but
after this crazy war, maybe we'll all come visit you. Me, Ronnie, and James.
Fish and chips. I want haggis and banger sausages and fish and chips.
guys, I love America. All of us
He
Scottish
wants
people,
Joe Biden
especially
on a
me,
silver platter.
I love America. Okay.
Hey, listen, guys, Joe Biden does not run this country, okay? Everybody needs to get that in their minds. Joe Biden is just a villain that they use. He's a puppet that they have on strings. You know, Obama even said it. I wish I could be down in the basement writing on his teleprompter telling Joe what to say. Well, we know that you're doing that. You've been doing that. And they probably fuck with him, and they probably
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
write fucked up things in his fucking teleprompter about ice cream, and they're laughing at him. Look, let's do this. I had an ice cream yesterday. What the fuck is this on this teleprompter?
Hold on. So, who's the president? Who's the president of the United States right now? Then is that Joe Biden?
Yeah, he's the president.
Joe Biden's the president right now.
He's so fucking old.
No, he's the president. He's the president.
Who's the president of Scotland?
President of Scotland? No one.
Or the prime minister of Scotland?
The thing is, we are run through Britain. Scotland almost had their independence.
Almost, right? Yeah.
Almost, Ronnie. They almost had
So
their
do
independence.
you pledge allegiance to King
As long as I
Charles?
don't talk about Eric Adams.
I don't give a fuck about King Charles. I don't give a fuck about the.
You can't say that, Jordy.
Do they have?
Yes, I can.
Do
I
they
don't
have?
give a fuck about them because I'm.
If I did this, then you won't be able to see me.
Decorum. Do they have elections in Scotland like they do in Puerto Rico for independence? Or
yes,
they have elections.
Yes.
Yeah, they had it a couple of years ago, right? They almost broke away from the UK.
We almost had Scotland independent from
Yeah.
the
First time since 1707, I think.
Yeah,
They
almost,
joined.
almost, Ronnie,
Listen,
almost, brother.
the Scottish people, they know that if Ireland can do it, so can Scotland.
Of course. But there's many English people in Scotland who voted no.
What did you vote, Jordy?
Of course I voted yes. I want Scotland to go independent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You speak what, Gaelic, right?
No, I don't speak Gaelic, buddy. I don't.
What's the name of your language? You were saying the other week.
Sorry?
What's the name of your language?
English, Scottish.
What- the language you were talking to your friend there. It wasn't English.
You were talking to your brother or somebody in another language.
Yeah, you remember, right?
That's basically just Scottish slang that I talk. That's basically Scottish slang.
But if you speak it, we can't understand you.
Yeah, if I speak slang, you guys can't understand me, but you guys can understand me right now. I hope. I hope you guys
Yeah.
understand me.
I understand you.
But yeah,
So it's just slang. It's not a different language.
slang. No, it's not a different language. It's not a different language. No, it's just slang. It's just slang.
I mean, I can talk to James in American slang, and you could probably still understand me because it's still the same language.
But okay, the way I'm talking to you right now, you can understand it.
Look at this, guys.
But if I was to talk like this, then you would understand the fucking thing.
Hey, check this out,
look-
brother.
look at this,
Hey, Jordy, check this out.
Jordy.
This is Times Square in New York. Look where the migrants are sleeping now.
Oh, they're having a sleepover.
That's where they sleep. You think they do this for fucking? You think they do this for our homeless people? No, but they sure gated off for them to sleep in, right?
Dude, that's awesome.
Fucking piece of shit. Look at this
Why don't they
shit.
go to LA?
No.
LA's warmer.
That's
at least,
awesome.
right?
That's awesome.
LA and San Francisco have a heavy duty homeless population. But
Where is that?
Unbelievable.
But it's cold
shit,
in New
man.
York. At least in
Paul,
LA.
Paul, where
warm
was
over
that?
there.
Was that Chicago or something?
You take the high road and I take the
Times
low.
Square?
Yeah, man. Times Square is fucked up right now.
Oh, Times Square, right.
Wait a minute. They got immigrants sleeping on the ground in Times Square?
Did you hear about this new shit?
You're kidding me.
America's
No.
offended because listen, Clinton's best friend was found dead in an accidental bludgeoning
Oh shit.
just now. Here, look.
Who's
Here, let's
that?
listen to it. Let's see what he's got to say.
Who's this
Shit, I
guy?
have to put it on the speaker. Let me get the speaker so you can hear this.
Okay.
You might want to listen to it.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet so you guys can.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious about this.
Yeah, the world
Rockin'
is getting
fucking
crazy.
Paul.
Everything's getting crazy now, man. I've been trying to
Rock
say.
and Paul.
I did warn everybody.
What happened?
I warned you. I said during the
He did
holidays,
warn
you're
us,
gonna see
James. He
stuff
did.
that you never seen before.
You know that's going to kill tourism coming to New York. Is having
Oh,
people.
it's over. The tourism is done here. No, there's no hotels.
Yeah, watch out. What an idiot! You know he's just as stupid as the Mayor Lightfoot of Chicago, the one that they kicked out.
All right, here. I'm gonna play this.
Oh, Lightfoot.
Lightfoot. She looked like Beetlejuice.
She looked like she was
Like Beetlejuice.
a Batman villain.
Oh, damn! I lost it.
She looked like Beetlejuice.
Hey, who was that?
Shit.
She was the mayor of Chicago, Illinois. She was a funny-looking black woman mayor, and she let the hoodlums do anything they want.
Who's the mayor now?
No, they got another guy like her.
Does he look funny too?
Yeah, he's got like he's a guy, but he's like he lets.
Does it look funny? Hey,
He lets the immigrants in.
I'm the most funny looking guy here. I am the most goofy looking guy here.
You hear this? What?
He has the cops hands-off policy with the brothers. Put it that way.
All right, you ready to hear this? I'm gonna play it for you. All right.
Huh?
Me, I would call it.
Yeah.
Clinton's has lost their life this morning. There is a reasonable explanation for why a toaster oven fell into his bathtub. Believe it or not, there was actually a small earthquake, and it made this toaster fall off the counter, went up to the stairs to the second floor, 90-degree corner here, back upstairs to the third floor, came back downstairs, over to him, but it stopped right here, back down to the second floor, into the spare room, opened up a panty drawer, up the stairs, over across. The toaster actually bludgeoned him. Boom. Honestly, I don't even think he was electrocuted.
Well, who died?
He may have been killed by the bludgeoning and not the electrocution. But it was just a tragic accident.
Well, who died? Who died?
Another person who was.
Let's think about something.
I still don't know who died.
It's Clinton's friend was found dead.
Go get it. Go get it.
That was today.
And they found
Now
they
listen
found
to
a
this. You know how
toaster.
many people were found dead in bathtubs?
Listen,
People were found. What's his name? The kid that died, my friend, man. Found dead in the bathtub. What was his fucking name?
Matthew Perry?
Huh?
Matthew Perry?
No.
Who toasts bread in the bathroom?
Matthew Perry was found dead in his
Hold on. Did someone say Matthew Perry?
Yeah, Matthew Perry.
Someone said Matthew
What's that
Perry.
kid's name? That kid. The one
Yeah,
that
he
grew-
died.
the one that grew up
Hey.
fucking
Someone said Matthew Perry.
killed
Someone
himself.
said Matthew Perry.
They said he killed
Rest
himself.
in peace to Matthew Perry.
Smoked
Rest in peace to Matthew
heroin
Perry.
something in the bathroom. What's his fucking name?
Rest in peace to Matthew Perry.
Nick Carter.
Yeah.
Not
Aaron
Nick.
Carter.
No, Aaron
Yeah.
Carter. Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter, the big time
Who?
pop singer. He died in a fucking bathtub too.
Aaron Carter?
Yeah, he's dead. He died in a bathtub months ago.
What happened to him? He died in the bathtub?
In a bathtub. Everybody's dying in bathtubs. Think about this. All official.
What the fuck? No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
something's
I didn't
going
know
down.
that.
Because
What
that's
happened?
smart.
Somebody threw a hair dryer. They plugged it in through the hair dryer, and
That's what they did.
What?
they plugged in. Somebody plugged in a hair
What?
dryer and threw it in the bathtub.
That's it. Simple death.
They threw a
Hard to
hair
prove.
dryer in the bathtub?
Yeah, it's hard to prove because all they have to do is just wear a glove, take the hair dryer, throw it in the fucking bathtub, plugged in, and that's it. You're done.
Electrocution.
Let's put it like this: if you throw anything that's plugged in
the
your
fuck?
fucking wall into a bathtub, you're done. You're done. You're electrocuted. Forget, it'd be like hitting the door window in the hat.
That's shocking. Positively shocking.
Yeah, man,
James,
a lot of
you
this
know,
shit's
you
going
know,
on, bro.
hey, James.
This is scary shit.
Positively shocking. Sean Connery,
Shocking.
Thunderbolt.
Very close with the Clintons.
Shocking. Positively shocking. You know,
He said they're very close with the Clintons. Here,
Come on.
listen to what he says. Listen to him again.
Another person who was
That's
very
it.
close with the Clintons has lost their life.
Let me rewind it
what
again.
the fuck is that?
There is
Let me get back to where I got to
That's
start.
his Bluetooth speaker.
another person who was
That's
very close with
cute.
the Clintons has lost their
That's
life
fucking cute.
this morning.
That's
There is a
fucking cute.
reasonable act of a conspiracy. Another
Why? Just listen to what he said.
That's a lot
person
bigger
who
than the one
was
I have.
very close with another
I mean, listen to what he said. Clearly, ready?
person who was very close with the Clintons has lost their life this morning. There is a reasonable explanation for why a toaster oven fell into his bathtub. Believe it or not, there was actually a small earthquake, and it made this
How does a toaster oven fall into your fucking bathtub? What is a toaster oven doing in the bathroom?
toaster fall off the counter, went up to the stairs to the second floor, 90-degree corner here, back upstairs to the third floor, came back downstairs, over to him, but it stopped right here.
That's
back
a very
down
nice
to
Bluetooth
the
speaker.
spare room, opened up a panty drawer, up the stairs, over across.
panty
The
drawer?
toaster actually
Panty
bludgeoned.
drawer?
That's what he said.
Honestly, I don't even think he was electrocuted. He may have been killed by the bludgeon,
So who died?
not the
Did we
electrocution.
find out yet?
But
Some friend of Bill Clinton.
Very, very close friend to the Clintons. How did a fucking toaster?
Maybe he was
a
old.
toaster oven was
Clintons are
found in
pretty
the
old.
bathtub, and it hit him. So what? The toaster guy saying this guy from this guy is from the Capitol.
Vroom, vroom.
Huh?
What was the toaster doing in the
Exactly.
bathroom?
He said the toaster hit him. It was thrown at him, and it bludgeonly hit him in the head. He didn't drown. So how the fuck is the guy going? How did the toaster oven make what? It climbed up the stairs by itself and went into the bathroom and just lunged at him. Okay.
It was a
They
poltergeist.
killed him. They killed him.
It was a poltergeist.
Yeah, they
A
killed
polter
him.
toaster.
They're killing people because they don't want to hurt. You know, people that are gonna talk. You see, that's why I gotta shut my mouth because they'll come after me next.
Yeah, be careful,
Yeah,
man.
I am gonna be
You know,
careful.
I knew a Brazilian woman couldn't say the word mouse. She said moosh.
But you
I
see,
don't know why.
too many people know what I'm telling you, so they're not gonna do that way. I
Moosh.
told everybody already. If they come after me, you know who did it.
It was Eric Adams,
So
right?
what happened when the Men in Black visited you the other day?
Man, there's so much shit going on, man. I'm
Who were
telling
those guys in black suits? You showed me. I saw it on your video, on your camera. You were visited by the Men in Black.
and dies of self-inflicted wounds. Yeah, so he took the toaster oven and threw the toaster oven at himself from 5 feet away, right? How do you do that? What did he grab the fucking cord and what did he do? He grabbed the cord and went, wee, bah, yeah, oh, yeah.
Bing,
Get the
pow.
fuck out of here, man. What does this government think we are fucking
What do you
idiots
say,
or what?
kung
They think
pao? Like
we're
kung
stupid?
pao chicken? Or bing bang? Bing bang?
Look, it's all over the
Bing,
fucking news.
bing,
It's
pow.
everywhere.
Who's this?
Oh, this is another guy just.
Is that the guy?
Yeah, somebody just posting it. Self-inflicted wounds. He's making fun of it. He's like, look at these cocksuckers are doing.
I tell you one thing, Paul.
Look at this. List of 71 Clinton associates who died mysteriously or committed suicide before testimony. Yeah, he was ready to do a testimony. I don't know who the guy is. They're not saying.
71.
Oh, wait.
You hear that, Ronnie? 71.
Here, that's his name right there. Andrew. We know him. What's his name? Breitbart. You know who I'm talking? You know.
Oh, I heard of that.
Yeah, they killed him.
Breitbart?
They murdered him.
Is that the Breitbart news guy?
Oh,
No.
here's the recording from the cops. Ready? Let's listen to this.
Because of Wintergate and the sexting scandal, the NYPD.
You can't hear it.
I heard it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. Too much shit.
Okay, I promised to listen to Jordy's song.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to
James,
listen to Jordy's song.
Okay, James.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a song. There is a lost media song from the 80s called "Everybody Knows That," and this is it.
I can't play it because of copyright infringement.
Who is this?
Now is your song copyrighted?
Mine?
Mine?
No, not you.
All my shit's copyrighted.
No, Jordy.
What, Night Energy?
No,
This?
the one you sent me, it says Motives Project, Ulterior Motives.
That's not me.
Oh, it's somebody else.
Yeah.
I can't play that.
That's not me.
Okay. All right, just was asking. No problem.
But there's okay. Okay, James, Ronnie, Paul. There's a mysterious song going around. There's a song from the 80s. Okay.
Hey, let me record this. Hold on. Go ahead. Say that. I want to record this.
Okay.
Ready?
Paul. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, Paul. So this is a mysterious song from the 80s. I want everybody to listen to this. I want to know what this fucking song is.
What is it called?
What's
Sounds
the
like
song?
Madonna.
Who's the song? Who's it by? So we can tell.
Who's
We can
it
tell
by?
TikTok.
Where is it
Exactly.
It's called exactly?
No. I'm saying exactly. Who's it by? Exactly. I don't know. What's the song called? I don't know.
It's called I Don't Know.
No, I'm saying I don't know what the song is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the band. I don't know the song. It's a lost media
Find it.
song from the 80s.
Well, we got to know.
Paul, if you post that shit on TikTok or whatever you do, post it, and
No, I
you'll
will.
get some people.
I will. I might even have you guys come on as a, you know, does Ron, do you guys got a TikTok or no?
No, I don't got a TikTok. No.
You should get a TikTok because you need
I
1,000
do-
followers.
Hold on.
1,000 to go live. Okay? I could get you to 1,000.
I do have a TikTok, but I don't use it.
I don't have.
Yeah, TikTok, you got to be cautious, man. See what's happening. You gotta be very careful.
You know.
You got to be careful.
Okay.
Man. They will attack you. There's no
Okay.
doubt.
There I am. There I am.
Bro, they've been attacking me. What am I going to do about it? I can't.
That's my TikTok. That's my TikTok. Can you see that?
Jordy K. Let me see. I'll find you now. Let me see if I locate you on there.
Sorry.
My shit's very, very viral, man.
You have a blue check mark. Is that a check mark?
Okay.
You got a blue check mark? I don't have one.
Basically, the icon is my tattoo. The icon is this. The icon is that.
So what is it? It's K. It's J. Jordy. Let me see that again.
You see that?
What does that say? It's real blurry. I see Jordy R. There's something up there. Let's see.
I think it's Jordy K.
Jordy K.
Okay.
Maybe you come up. There.
JORDY K37. Okay.
It's not coming up under that. It's got to come up under your @ where it says @ You see that?
Yeah, the @ and then it says.
Yeah. What does it say?
After the @ it says Jordy K 37.
Okay.
Jordy K 37. You got that?
Yep.
Sorry, my apologies. It's not working on the fucking.
Yeah, it's not showing up. I don't know why.
Is
this it? No, that's not it. I see it, but that's not it. Why aren't you popping up for? Let me see that again. Okay.
Jordy K.
Jordy K. Right? JORDY.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's what it is. Jordy K. That's it.
Can you show me how to?
No. At Jordy K 37. So
37.
Oh, 37.
At sign. And then JORDY
K
37.
37. Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go. I got you. I just followed you. There you go, right there. There he is, guys.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me, brother. That's me, brother.
Oh, you're on TikTok, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok, but I don't use it that often.
Okay, I'll look for you.
Yeah, I got him. I'll send him
James,
to you.
you're on TikTok?
Yeah, I got TikTok.
Hey, James, I'll send it to you. Hold up. So you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for him now.
I don't use this shit that often, you know.
There's James right there. I got him. I'm going to send it to him. Hey, James, I just sent it to your TikTok. There you go.
Okay.
You go find him real easy. Make life simple for everybody. And say hi to Oreo. She's relaxing, man. See? Hi.
Hey, Oreo.
Say hi, Oreo. Say hi, Oreo. Yeah, she's such a good dog. The best dog I ever had, man. The smartest dog that you can imagine.
What they got you?
Give me a kissy. Give me kisses. Good girl.
Rockin' Paul, what's your name again?
Paul, I'm on TikTok. You should see me. I just followed you. Let me see.
I know it's not coming up.
I just changed it. I changed it to Paul Mantia Textile Design. It's at paul.mantia.nltdc. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find your fucking friend request, but
Really? I'll send you a message then. Let's see. It should come up.
Sorry, I'm fucking drunk, bro.
Yeah, I don't do that no more. These days I can't.
While on this app.
I don't know when the last time I had a drink. Let's see. I'm going to send you a message right now.
What is?
I'm going to say, hey, you should see this come up. Oh, it said I can't send it until you follow me. Shit.
What are you?
I should be there. I just followed you.
I don't know how the fuck this shit works, man.
We gotta teach you. Oreo.
Now
Oreo.
I'm trying to find you, Jordy K37. How come I can't find you?
No, yeah, Jordy K37 is my
Oreo, you're on TV. Look. Hey, you're on camera. Look. You're on camera. Candy.
Hold on.
Look at the candy camera, Oreo.
Hold on, I'm trying to find Paul. Oh,
Yeah, I'm progressive discussions, Jordy.
Yeah, you a good girl.
Progressive discussions.
Oh, what you doing? You gonna sit up?
Progressive discussions.
She's gonna sit up. She say hi.
But I can't find Paul though.
Good doggy. Look at
What
those.
dog you got, Paul?
Look at those teeth.
Paul is Paul dot
Teeth on Oreo. Look
Mantia.
at Oreo's teeth.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
She's got her own little teddy bears. Give me that. Give me that.
7 hours I've spent boarding these birds.
Ooh, don't choke. What's wrong? You right there? What's wrong?
Guys, I don't know how to work TikTok. I don't use the fucking fan.
You gotta learn.
Yeah,
It's simple.
It's very confusing, but I think I know what to do.
You have to
Find
go into when you're in your account. What you got to do is on the bottom of your account here. You see that? There's gonna be inbox. You got to hit inbox on your home page. You hit
Wow,
inbox.
who's that?
Right. Okay. When you go in, when you go on the TikTok, you're gonna see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You scroll. You see other people's stuff on the bottom of the page. You see on the bottom of the page there, it says inbox. You see where that number is right there?
Inbox.
You see it. And you click this here, and it takes you to your inbox and shows you your followers are up on top, the blue. Okay, wait, I think, right. Yeah. Your followers are on
Right.
top, and then your activities are here. Like people, if you have stuff up there, people will like it, but you don't. So, you see what I followed you right there?
Yeah, man.
So you got to get to the top one. You have to get to your inbox. Once you get to your inbox, you go to followers, and you'll see me there.
Paul, thank you for following me, bro.
Yeah.
I will sort of shit out. I'm too drunk and I'm too stoned right now to
Well,
figure
we'll
that
teach
shit
you
out.
when you're not stoned. Okay.
I am stoned and I'm drunk right now, bro.
No, I just followed
Hey,
you.
did you guys see this?
Huh?
Did you see? Look. Did you see this shit, man? Did you see his face the way he's looking at Biden?
Who's that?
What's his fucking name? Anthony Blinken, man. Look at the way he's furious. This man's face looks like we are ready to go to nuclear war, man. That's when they were in the meeting when they were in China, Beijing, the other day. Beijing was in town. San Francisco, that was the meeting. Look at his fucking face, man. He looks devastated.
Yeah, he was pissed off.
He's devastated. Look at him, man, because we're not hearing exactly what's going on in that meeting.
He's angry.
They play for you is bullshit. They're not playing for you what's really going on there, by the way. Okay? I've sat in fucking meetings like this, bro, with big fucking people. And you won't believe the shit they talk about, man, but it's confidential. I can't say nothing. I go to jail.
Ronnie.
If I brought
Ronnie.
anything up that I learned
Ronnie,
from the
what are
United
you
States,
drinking tonight,
I'm getting arrested.
brother?
No, I just followed you,
And listen
Jordy.
to this. He threatens Joe Biden. If he says something else, they will kill him. His life is in
Ronnie,
His life is in danger. If he says anything else, they'll kill him.
Huh?
That's why Blinken is over there staring at him. Because Joe Biden has caused the fucking war. He called Beijing a tyrant. Okay?
No, I don't know.
He called him a fucking tyrant on live television. And then you go invite the Chinese president here after calling him a fucking tyrant? You don't think he's going to fucking... Do you actually think he's going to become friends with you, you dumb fuck? That guy is laughing.
Yo, Ronnie, Cheers to you, by the way. Dos Equis.
Yeah.
Dos
You
Equis.
know, America is in
Yeah,
fucking
man.
trouble, guys. You see this? Elon Musk.
Yeah, man. I
Fake
see it.
ass rocket that hit the fucking
It's going to the moon, right?
It exploded. It exploded.
Yeah, I know.
It hit the fucking firmament. They cannot break that firmament. They'll never break it.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's a lot of shit going on, guys. A lot of shit, man. See, I'm friends with people. You see that? You see that? What does that say there?
Hello.
You guys see this? You see that, James?
What?
Hello.
Palestine, free Palestine. I'm friends with this guy. I was on his live in front of 7 million
Yes,
people
I
watching
am.
us on his live. And you know what? They all followed me. They were like, you know what? We love you, brother. Because you know why? You're standing
Give me
against the people that are doing
10
this
minutes,
to
alright?
us.
Just making some
Crazy,
freaking-
man. It's crazy shit going on right now.
Yes.
I could join his conversation while you guys are on if you want. You got any questions for Palestine? He's in Palestine. He'll answer anything you want. This is live in Palestine on a live chat. Okay?
Okay,
They're telling you the truth.
James, Ronnie, Paul, my friend.
His
I'm
name
gonna
is
go.
Muhammad.
I'm gonna go. I have to go, my friends. I have to go.
Oh, you gotta go, man? Okay, so I got you on
man.
TikTok.
Thank you for coming.
Listen, find me. You know, make
James,
sure you
James,
link up,
thank you
brother.
for having me. Thank you for having me.
I just followed you on TikTok, but I couldn't. It wouldn't let me send you a message.
Yeah, he's got to follow you back for you to send him a message.
James, thank you for having me tonight, my friend. Thank you.
Oh,
Hey, listen.
my pleasure.
Hey, Jordy,
Thank
make
you.
sure
Ronnie.
you follow us back so we're able to message you.
I will, Paul.
All
I
right.
will follow
Have
you
a
back.
good
my
night
friend.
and be
Thank
safe,
you.
brother. We'll see you soon.
Do it any way you want.
And also, Ronnie, peace
Cocos
and
out.
love to Ronnie when he comes.
Hey,
Tell
listen,
Ronnie,
we're gonna come to Scotland. We're gonna come to Scotland, man.
come to Scotland and we will have some
Scotland.
fucking fun. Come
Then I'll
on.
have a couple of drinks with you.
What's that Scottish song? You take the high road and I
Yeah,
take
we're
the
gonna
low
have some of
road.
that Scottish gin, man. That
The
Scottish whiskey.
high road and I'll take
We're gonna come down and have some of that Scottish alcohol, man.
We'll
Scottish.
all be in
What's the favorite Scottish
Scotland
whiskey?
forever.
Gin. The gin, that shit makes you crazy, man.
Before ya.
Hey, look, you ever see this
Okay,
before?
James, tell Ronnie I love him. Good night.
Good night, brother. We'll see you
Thank
soon,
you.
man. Yeah, we'll see
Good
you
night.
soon. Yeah, man. A lot of shit going down, bro.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of shit going out, man. This is insanity right now.
Chaos. Total chaos.
Hey, look, you know what just happened? Iceland. The fucking huge volcano erupted finally, man. Look, it's erupted.
Oh, it blew?
Yeah, it fucking blew, man. Look at this shit. It blew.
I heard a volcano
man,
in
I
the
got fucking
Philippines
friends
blew.
over there. I got a lot of friends in Iceland, man. I haven't heard from them.
In Iceland too, you got friends?
Yeah, all over the world. But listen,
The
this is bad, man. Wow.
I heard the Philippines blew, the volcano,
They're
Hawaii
saying
had.
this can start a worldwide eruption.
You know, it's the worst is when a super volcano blows.
We in trouble, man.
Yellowstone Park, super
Yeah, that's
volcano.
next. That's next. We got some serious shit going on here, man.
But that's a doomsday volcano. If that goes. The ash will lower the Earth's temperature. It'll encircle the globe. The ash from the supervolcano and lower the Earth's temperature, blot out the sun, and the crops would die, pretty much, without having enough sunlight. No sunlight, no photosynthesis. No photosynthesis.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What's going on in the Dominican Republic right now?
Wow.
Yeah, this is all over the fucking place, man. There's some shit going down, man. I'm trying to tell people.
So what is that, from a hurricane?
Yeah.
I heard there's a lot of typhoons going on in the Pacific and hitting Asia.
Hey, James, we're in trouble, James. That's all I can say on here. I can't say much, but
well, they're
we here in the United States, Jersey, New York, we are in deep trouble, bro. We're in deep shit, and it's going to happen soon. And I'm trying to warn people, and they're really stopping me from posting certain things, and they're not letting me warn people what I know. They're just, I tried to post something earlier, and look, they won't let it go. Look at this.
No, they're accusing you of
look. Oh wait,
incite. They're accusing you of incitement.
Yeah, watch. Let me show you. See, I got this video up here, and you see where it says 0?
Yeah.
Because they won't let it go through. They won't post. They won't post it. Look.
So it says 0 views.
Yeah. So what I did is I said, okay, you want to fucking do that? So I'll go put up the same one in a different way. That one got views. But not many views. Not many views. Not many whatsoever. Okay. They're shadow banning me on certain items, but that's okay because they didn't get me on this one. You see this? 964,400 views. All right. And then we got this one, James. 1.1 million views. We're blowing the fuck up no matter what they do. They want me to, you see, what they want me to do, TikTok, is they want me to stick on covering the environment. They want me to cover, the meat situation with the ground beef and shit like that. And they don't want me covering anything that has to do with politics as far as...
They want you to stick to light subjects. Light.
Yeah, because I get too far out. When you get millions of views, I got 800. You saw that. 835 million views on my whole channel, man. That is so fucking sick. That's sick. And now they're saying I got 1 billion views. I haven't even checked it today. It just keeps going up.
You should.
They're not paying me for those views, and they're going, my partner goes, listen, you got that many views and they ain't paid. I said, yeah, they're saying they're not going to pay me for that monetizing. He said, they have to pay you. I said, I know they do. I said, but going about this is taking a fucking court case in New York City and filing a case against their asses. That's the only way. What other way are we going to do it?
Yeah, you gotta find yourself a good law firm that could do everything. It could sue everybody.
Yeah. Here, look. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what they got me listed under. On Google, this is TikTok posting this up now, okay? This ain't me posting it. Now, you see that one right there? TikTok posted this. Paul Mantilla, 1.1 billion views. That's more than the fucking president got. I think. I don't know. We can look that up. Maybe he got more than me. I don't know.
You should take a photo of you wearing a king's crown.
Yeah, right. And look, my recent video that they haven't posted up yet, for why I don't know. The recent one I just posted got 4.8 million on my other channel, my other TikTok.
Wow.
On one video, 4. They're not paying me for that. Motherfuckers, they're gonna pay me. Better fucking believe they're gonna pay me.
Okay, when does your Amazon store officially open up?
This Wednesday.
This
Look,
Wednesday.
I want to show you another thing, James.
Now, what about Etsy?
This video right here, I recorded this years ago on the New York City subway. You see this? You see what the Daily Mail did to me? Look. And they're so stupid. This is how dumb they are. They stole my video, okay? My watermark is on the video that they stole that's up here on their fucking Daily Mail site. The watermark is right on the fucking video, my watermark right there. They got my watermark on here. They stole my video with my watermark, okay? You know how much money they've made on this already? 50,000 times it was shared Monday afternoon and counting overnight, okay? They got literally 200 million views on this video with advertisements all over it, and they're not paying me anything. And they stole it from my YouTube channel. So now I'm going after them. You're damn right I'm going after them. Not once did they mention that it's my video, but yet it's right on my fucking thing. They got the whole thing here.
How do you put a watermark on a video?
It's on the video. It's watermarked.
Well, how do you put a watermark on a video?
Because when you go to YouTube and you create your video, your watermark automatically goes on that video. They can't remove that.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'll show you. I'm waiting for the commercial that they have on here. You see how much money they're making on my shit? Look,
Oh.
that's my video. Look, you can see my fucking logo right on the bottom.
You gotta go after them.
Yeah. Stole my shit, man. Oh, they removed my watermark. Oh, now they removed it. Okay. Okay, we going after you motherfuckers, man, because they're making money on my shit, man. They're getting paid commercials and everything.
Yeah, they're sneaky criminals.
That's okay because they're going to be I'm going after them. My attorney's going to go after them for this.
You know what kind of a lawsuit you would have on them?
Oh, yeah. This is going to be big.
That's going to be bigger than the building violations where you're living.
That's right. Oh, yeah. You know it.
Well, you know, as an international journalist, that's very good that you're covering the fact that
Yeah, they're making money on my shit, and I'm sitting here fucking broke. I don't know how to get in touch with them. I'm trying to see how I can contact them. They have no way of contacting them.
people are making money hand over fist over your creations.
Yeah.
And you have to, you know, live very humbly. You know, with the fuse boxes in the apartment.
Wow, look at all these advertisements, James.
Oh boy.
All over my shit, man. Steal my video from YouTube. YouTube is gonna have to go after them and get my money, man.
Well, that's a big lawsuit because YouTube is owned by Google.
And I can get in touch with my buddy from Google that he's on board with Google. He's one of them. I should contact him and tell him, look, I got this problem and I need to go after these motherfuckers at this point because there's no way to email them. They have nothing here where you can message them anywhere. Nothing. They do that on purpose, so you can't message them.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And they
contact
think they're gonna get hey, yo, listen,
your friend and
for how long they have that video up there? 7 years. They're gonna owe me of money, and that's a lot of money, man. And you better believe that's the next step. I'm going after them. I'm going after them for this. They stole my video from YouTube. Bullshit, man. Making money off of me. Him and LiveLeak. LiveLeak did it too. Yep. I'm definitely going after them. No doubt in my fucking mind. This shit has to stop some way or another. Yeah, they're stealing my content. 2015 when they stole it.
People keep
2015.
On stealing your material.
Oh, by Snejana Varburov by dailymail.com. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to look this motherfucker up. I'm going to get in contact with him. I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to be filing a lawsuit against you because you have been using my footage since 2015. You stole from my YouTube. I own that footage. I recorded that. That's my voice on that camera. You're using my fucking footage. You're making money off of every commercial that goes on there for how many years now? Well, guess what, motherfuckers? It's time to pay up. Because if you don't pay up, I'm going to shut you the fuck down.
It's time to pay the piper. And so 7 years they've been...
I will shut them down. I will shut them down, James.
Yeah, but you want restitution. Yeah, but you want monetary restitution. You want that money
for this.
You want to get paid.
Oh, I'm going to contact them. I'm going to see. Right now I'm going after them. See. I'm going to find the motherfucker's email. Then I'm going to have my attorney send them something. Oh, here's their email right here. Oh, New York Post, huh?
No.
Oh, wow. Wow. Somebody that works for the New York Post stole my material and sold it to fucking Daily Mail. Oh,
man. Ooh, I'm rubbing my hands together right now.
Ooh. You are done, man. I am a chick. Oh, you're done. I'm going after your ass, man. You better believe it. I am going after you, bitch.
Stick a fork in that turkey. It's done.
It's done. She's getting contact right now. Let's see what her fucking email address is.
Have-
Oh,
have
there's
her
the phone
turn.
number. Oh, she got a phone number right here. Okay. But the number
Oh, I
ain't.
just want to answer this guy here. Conservatism is not progressivism is not lame. It's the only proven system of government that does anything for the lower 98% of the population. Democratic socialism all the way, crucified.
Yeah, he's making money off of my stuff. It said
For
he
my
made $30,000 off of one video on that fucking video. On one commercial. I made 30 grand off of one commercial from my big hit Subway video that's up on Daily Mail and Reddit. Your video, huh? Oh man, I can't wait because I got the copyrights with YouTube. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up, Najina Farbarov, online reporter for the fucking New York Post. Oh, and she's working for the New York Post, which means they're gonna get sued too because it was done through their office.
Oh, I'm rubbing my hands again together.
Yeah. Okay, you know I'm going after them, don't you, James?
Oh, and what about the Daily Mail? They can get sued too,
Yeah,
right?
all of them. Yeah. 14 years, a native of Russia who grew up the family of Army officer. Yeah? Okay, Army officer, guess what? I'm coming for your motherfucking ass. How you like me now? Let's see if I can find her Facebook account. You on Facebook? Because she got in a fucking message right now. You're going to get sued. I'm taking your ass to fucking court. You owe me motherfucking money, bitch. Snejana. Let me write the name down. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I just talking to you. Because I wouldn't have found this. I just found this. Just thought about something while I was talking to you. I said, let me
This is happening live, unrehearsed,
yes,
unplanned, uncensored, live on Progressive Discussion.
Yeah, well,
This
you
is
guys
all
heard it first now.
You viewers are the first to hear the beginnings of a massive lawsuit.
Yes, massive. Because they owe me
Believe me.
probably millions of dollars by now. You figure 215 to now? That's a long time having it up there. And I complained before, but I couldn't get in touch with anybody. Now I found some loopholes the other day. And I'm just trying to get all the contacts, everybody involved before I go after them. You know what I mean? Get everybody before you go after them so that this way you don't miss anything. Very important. This guy's career is over. Or a girl. She's done when I get done with her. Trust me. You don't fuck with a celebrity shit, man. I think it's time that I look for a manager. I need a manager.
Yeah. Well, a manager
Right here on Facebook. There you go. Let's send her a message.
A manager that you could trust, not somebody from the neighborhood. A real manager. Is William Morris still around? William Morris Talent Agency?
Yeah.
This is happening live right before your eyes. She is now emailing the culprit now. Rubbing my hands together. Go right for the jugular vein, my friend.
Oh, the account can't receive my messages because they don't allow new messages from anybody.
No, really? How
How
convenient.
convenient, huh? Oh, we'll
Uh,
find.
you,
Well, you guess what? Then I can simply contact the New York Post right now. How about that?
yeah, and your
That's
attorney
my attorney. Yeah.
can go through the New York Post.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you wrote her, copy and paste it and put it in as part of the email to the New York Post. But you'll have time to put together a nice juicy email.
Yep. I just got to find the email addresses. I'll give you the name and maybe you can locate some shit.
New York Post. Their main office is probably Manhattan.
Yeah, her name is Snejana Farburov.
Snejana. Snejana is toast. That bitch.
Yep. Yep.
Snejana Farburov.
You know how I found out she
Farburov.
did it? I didn't see this the last time. So how I found it is when I went here and I looked at the video, her name pops up as the writer. So that means she's the one that sent the fish in right here. Look, there's her name. Look at that. See her name?
Wow.
She's done. And then let me show you my video on YouTube so you know which one it is. It blew up on YouTube. I got big views on there, but I didn't get paid for it. They didn't pay me. They paid somebody else, and YouTube is going to have to pay me as well. All of them. It doesn't matter what they say or do anymore. So here, let me find the video for you. Oh my. Okay, there we go. Here it is. Here, that's my video right there.
Okay.
See? Look, they even used my fucking thing I used.
Oh my God.
That's my video.
Well, your attorney's gonna have a field day with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Thank you, Ronnie S.
Put up here. I recorded that on New York subway coming back from the Staten Island ferry. And you could see my fucking face and my leg in there because I pointed towards myself. Yeah. 1,754,542 views. Okay. My views stopped after they stole it. YouTube never paid me for those views, so I'm going after them. Okay. I'm going after everybody this year. I'll tell you that. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's really frustrating watching so many people steal your material, your creations, material.
Oh, it sure is.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Ronnie S.
Now I'm gonna blow them up. I'm going to blow them up for this.
You're always welcome to come on the show.
First, I'm gonna post her ass on Facebook. Okay. We're gonna post her on Facebook. I'm gonna make sure she hears about what's going on here. She's gonna know when I get done. Because somebody's gonna contact her and say, "Hey, you in some trouble, man, because you stole somebody's footage, bitch." So let's go back to the Daily Mail real quick. Right here. This is how we do. We'll get this done real quick. We're gonna show them a little story of what they did. Yeah. Let's get that up there. Well, where's her name now? Oh, now her name's not popping up. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. All right, let's expose. Let's do some exposure to this cunt. How about that?
I love it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it on Facebook.
And do a hashtag underneath your post with her name. Also a hashtag with New York Post in front of after it also. The one and only Paul Anthony Amantia is fast at work right now, getting totally prepared before he contacts his lawyer. This man goes prepared before he even talks to the lawyer. No stone is left unturned. You would make an outstanding detective.
Oh yeah.
Columbo has nothing on you. Well, as you're busy doing that, I'm going to close up shop.
Yeah, I tagged you too.
And
I tagged you in this one.
okay, no problem. I'm sure I'll see it.
Well, you should see it. No problem.
Yeah, I'll see it when I'm over on Facebook. And
Yep, I just pushed it on there. Oh yeah, we're going after them. They're definitely gonna pay me my fucking money.
yeah. So
I'm tired of. I work my ass off to put this content out there. You know, only for these motherfuckers to go and think they can just do whatever they want and steal. You know.
And be sneaky enough to remove your watermark.
Yeah, and my watermark is copywritten, man. Copywritten material.
That's proof of stealing.
Yep.
Well, the fact that it's yours is proof also, of course.
Yep.
But anyway, all right, thank you, everybody, including Paul Anthony Mantia, Western Mike.
Any attorneys out there want to contact me in New York? Get in contact. I'll make you a millionaire.
Jordy K, Ronnie Simpson.
Make a millionaire with our beautiful recording studio we got there.
Tommy Carroll. Let's see, Tommy Carroll.
Funny how I'm not talking about the government. I haven't gotten an episode since.
No. Masumi, thank you. Thank you, everybody. So take care. Have a pleasant Sunday.
Take care, man. We'll see you soon. We'll be
Have a pleasant Sunday. And don't forget, OBS Internet Radio. Don't forget to listen to Paul Anthony Mantia's new radio show.
OBC Radio.
I'm sorry, OBC.
OBC Radio. They can go to the App Store, download the app for free. We got many people downloading right now. We're pushing it, and download it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, OBC Radio. It is an internet.
Go to the Play Store and get it free.
It is an uncensored internet radio network.
And we take requests. We'll put you on the radio if we think that you have a substantial story that can, hold up. You got to have something good. We're not going to just put characters on there and just talk shit. We've done that. We did that with that kid, and that kid I had on. claiming that his parents know the president. And I said, when you say something like that to an audience, it's a different story when you're online and you're saying things like that, because there are people that are going to look at you and say, well, being that you said that, now we want you to back up your word. I don't have to back up nothing, he says to me. I said, yeah, you do. When you come on a radio station and you say certain things, you better know that you better be able to back up every fucking thing that you say.
Otherwise, because your credibility is at stake.
Yeah, now his credibility is shot. And I told him, I said, your credentials are shot on my end. It's shot. I said, you'll never get on this radio again. I said, you lied to the people. I said, why are you asking me? This kid's asking me about the Illuminati, okay? People, can you get me in? Why would you want to get involved with that fucking scum, evil bastards, okay? Now, number two, if your dad works with Donald Trump, why would you be asking me about the Illuminati why don't you go ask them about that,
Why would a man with such great integrity like yourself be a member of them?
I'm not. We got offers back in the day when I was signed. I said, hell no. I'm not fucking signing myself. It's my ass, man.
I saw recruitment advertisements on Instagram for people, for them looking for members.
That's fake. That's fake. Those are fake. They don't advertise. It's facts. They don't advertise. If they want you involved, you got to be somebody somewhere, okay? Something that's valuable to them, because if you don't have, it's mainly happens in the music industry, the movie industry, things like that. Okay, just a normal everyday person ain't gonna look them up and say, "Hey, I want to join." There's a lot of sites that you could go join, but that's not the real thing.
Yeah,
These people hide. They don't come out of the shell, man. They don't.
It's like the dark web. They don't advertise.
They are the dark web.
Yeah.
They don't advertise. And if somebody tells you, "Oh, I was hanging out there," don't. Now there are people out there. They're not going to tell you they were hanging there, because everything's confidential. They sign something before you go in, okay, and hang out at their parties. You got to sign. You're not allowed to discuss anything. Otherwise, guess what happens? You'll end up with a toaster oven in your fucking bathroom.
Enjoy your lunch, Masumi. I'm going to be closing the show now anyway.
Oh, Masumi, who's having lunch?
I got to take my vitamins.
What time is it over there? She's having lunch now.
Oh, well, she's 14 hours ahead of us now.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's in Sunday.
How you doing, Masumi? I hope she's doing well, right?
Yeah, she's doing well. She has her salon going.
We'll come out there and we'll get a nice haircut one day.
Yeah, no, not that kind of salon. She does eyelashes, eyebrows. And,
I'm not getting that done.
and facials. She can give facials.
Cold, man. I got this cold. My wife gave me the cold because I didn't get into the cold water in time. I fucked up. I should have got there when I was supposed to get there the other day, and I had other things I had to get done and do. I didn't make it, so it's my fault. So now I'm gonna have to deal with having this cold. And
do you have a scarf or Vicks vapor rub, any kind of?
We have. I'm taking this right now, and this is working great, man. I don't take anything else. I will not take any antibiotics or prescription, but
Tylenol, sinus, and
this has been doing the job. It really, if I wasn't taking this, forget about it. I wouldn't even be talking to you.
No, I mean the menthol eucalyptus rub. You put it in your nose. You put it on your chest.
I think it'll be gone by Monday. To be honest, I get the shit to go away pretty damn quick, and
we'll make some.
You got to do certain things for your body when you're sick. You have to breathe what the best thing is too. Listen. Real quick, if anybody's got sinus problems or anything like that, your best bet is to get a pot of water. Put the pot of water on the stove, get a towel, let the steam go first, let it heat up and boil, and then you take, then lower the heat very low. Don't leave it on high. Put the towel over your head. Make sure you don't get the towel on fire now, Put the towel over your head, cover your head over the pot of water, and breathe it. Listen, this is very important that it's done correctly because it won't work. You got to take deep, let all your breath out, and then suck it all in, the heat. Hold it in as long as you can. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it in 5 seconds. Let that out. Do it again. You got to do that 10 times. Okay, I do it like 50. Because I've been doing it for a long time. Do that like 10 times, and right after you're done, it might sound disgusting, but it's a true fact. And my wife did it. What happens at that point is everything that's in your lungs, in your nose, anywhere, it's broke up now. So what's going to happen is probably about a couple of minutes after you do this, you're going to spit. A lot of shit's going to come out. It broke it up. You're going to spit all that out. Spit it all out. And
Yeah, in the toilet, hopefully in the toilet bowl.
Oh, yeah. Or have a garbage can next to you because you don't do it in the, you're not
Well,
going to it's going to immediately come out. It's going to immediately come out of your mouth.
when you have an infection, the mucus is like greenish yellow, green or
but I
yellow.
don't have that. Mine is clear. But
okay. Well, that's a good sign.
Even if you're clear, though, remember it can get into that phase. So it's very important that it's done correctly. After you're done doing it, I'm telling you, you're going to spit a lot of shit out. Now, it's up to you. You can do that 3 times a day, and I promise it will definitely keep the doctors away. As long as you do it right. But don't eat meats during that time. Try to stay away from meat when you're sick, because
no dairy.
Yeah, dairy. Yeah, you got to stay away from the milk because milk can cause phlegm and shit like that. But,
right.
It's best to drink like tea with no sugar because sugar plays a big part in sickness.
Yeah.
Sugar will make you get sicker. And
people
don't understand that shit.
Ginger and lemon tea.
Yeah, I'm a vocalist, so I know how to take care of my voice so that this way, like last night, I had a slight cough coming already. All right. And I went and did some things before I went on that radio show. And I'll tell you what, I was perfect. And I woke up with no coughing problems this morning, no phlegm, no nothing. All I'm having right now is, you can hear it in my nose. Nasal, I'm clear. I'm having nasal, but it was mainly a runny nose. And when you have a runny nose, the fucking problem with that is what happens. See, when your nose is constantly running, you're constantly blowing your fucking nostrils. You can end up getting a cut in the inside layer of your nose. You go outside and inhale that cold. If you ever felt that burning in your nose, you're like, oh, God. That's because you caused a cut by constantly blowing your nose. These are facts, all right? Also, it's best to rub like Vicks or Vaseline under the nose because if your nose running, remember, it's acidy. It's affecting, that's why people get red under their nose, and they feel sore after having a runny nose. So you rub Vaseline on the bottom of your nose. Don't lick it, just put it there and that's it. You'll be good.
Yeah, well, I use the generic Vicks.
Natural. I like to stay natural. I try to do as much natural as I can because I won't go near prescription.
This is natural.
I'd rather die than to put that fucking shit in my body, man.
Yeah, this is natural. It's got menthol, eucalyptus, oil of thyme, oil of whatever, nutmeg, whatever, and Vaseline with petroleum gel.
James, I told you, man. How many times have I told you? Don't talk about nut, okay? You always talking about nutting in the meg, man. Come on.
Nuts. Nutmeg.
Why do you think they named it nutmeg? They're trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you the maker nutted in your fucking meg.
Well, let me ask you a question. You notice that there's a lot of advertisement for deodorant for the genitals?
Oh, yeah. Don't touch that shit.
Nowadays?
Don't put anything foreign on your genitals.
In other words, don't have a foreign woman.
Any foreign medications on your genitals.
Oh, I thought you meant don't have a foreign woman on your genitals.
No. You can do whatever you want with that. You're more than welcome.
Then they got the buzz. They got the buzzers for guys who want to manscape.
James is single, so he can do whatever he wants. He's good. Me, I'm happy. I'm good.
All right. Okay, everybody. Howdy. Adios, amigos. Come again.
Hey, wish me luck with my nice joint that I'm rolling here. This good ass fucking.
Well, after what you learned,
look at that California bud, man, delicious.
You need a nice joint after what you went through.
Oh, I haven't smoked all day today because of the cold, and I wait till the nighttime to smoke because now I'm feeling a little better, and this will help me to not have any headaches. You know what I mean? That's all pretty much what I use it for these days.
Well, I predict that tomorrow you're going to have a brand new project to occupy your mind on.
Yeah, I got so many projects right now. Those things got to get done first. The Etsy store, the Amazon. I got the bank account set up now. I finally went and got the bank. and I got the account set up. So now I got to run it into the Amazon store tonight. You know, Amazon is a whole different animal than any other selling site out there. When I tell you it's a different animal.
Etsy is easy compared.
Yeah, Etsy's easy, but Amazon is real. It's real, man. Etsy is peanuts compared to what Amazon has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking amazing, and I already know that I'm going to do very well on it. You know, it's just going to take time. You know, but I need to be, you know, ready for this week. Wednesday, I'm going to start my Black Friday, the pre-sales, and you know, we're going to build them up to Friday. And Friday, they better get up there because they're getting 50% off on everything in my store. Jackets.
Wait a minute, I got an idea for Black Friday sale. You can show all of your black light activated glowing.
Yeah, man, we're gonna go crazy on it. We're gonna be on TikTok Live. We're gonna be on Facebook Live. Maybe not Facebook Live because Facebook, Mark, he's been a real fucking big nosed dickhead. Okay, he's been shadow banning me. That cocksucker. You know what? I know he's a martial artist. I would love to get in the ring with that little prick. I love to kick him in his fucking nose.
Anybody can say, "Oh, I take martial arts."
He can fight though. Mark, you know, he's a billionaire. He can, you know, but still, I would love to fight that little prick. Fucking, I'd love to kick him in his nose a few times.
Yeah, give him an old-fashioned nose job.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, he needed a booster seat when he went to Washington.
I think Mark is gay. Not gay in that way. I think he's just fucking gay in the brain.
You ever see him? You ever hear him talk? He's like robotic.
Oh yeah, he's a robot. You know, I know his fucking parents, man. Personally, they all live in New Rochelle.
Oh, he's from New Rochelle, his parents?
They sure are.
And I thought, what did he do? He grew up in California or something?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get off the phone because I'm getting these episodes again.
Okay, anyway, bye-bye, everybody.
All right, have a